So I hope I haven't missed anything in my notes, or else we're just gonna maybe miss a huge chunk. But
Oh, I can remind you anything you particularly important you miss.
Right. So we started last session by going up the staircase to the keep, and we heard some chanting. None of us recognized said chanting. We tried to sneak in, but Big Boy Bear ruined that shit, so we couldn't sneak in. After climbing for a while, we reached the top of the stairway, saw this hooded figure, and figures scattered around the room with swords impaled through their chests. One next to the wooden figure. We tried to attack him, didn't work, so we started fighting statues. Yeah, we did. Sorry, I read that wrong. Varric grabbed a sword, and that led him to get a vision. Rather, his vision went white. He felt like he was having a vision, and felt like he was somebody else. Nenar then grabbed a sword, also had a vision. Varric saw thousands of dead, while Nenar saw killing of undead, and a woman caught, apparently cut clean in half, but I don't remember that. Gruz pulled a sword out. He remembered somebody else's dream as well. He remembered a cleric's table, groups of hooded men standing around him chanting. And his scaly flesh turned into bones, and strength entered him.
Hey.
Varric pulled out another sword. He got another vision of living somebody else's life. Skeletal armored warrior in a fight. Against him was a tall blonde woman wielding a greatsword. Battle went on for a few minutes. He almost defeats her, but she does a fire attack and kills him, basically.
As you do.
And then that hooded man's face exposed as he cries out in pain. Looks like he hasn't eaten in a while, so I throw bread at him.
I've nearly forgotten about that as well. And oh, how I wish I had.
His eyes went midnight black, tendrils went across his body and face. His form blackened and tensed up with horrific energy. His entire form goes slack, and he supports himself on armor, apparently. Eventually his body steadies, and we hear this deep, low voice, different to his normal one. And he says, if you want a job done right, you do it yourself. As a wall of black energy surrounds him, swelling and moving out until it's a towering figure. Huge, formless body forms, and a face that, I don't know what the fuck, it looks like a steak.
Oh, yeah!
Swear to God.
Did though. He really did.
I better get that Trask stats up then, well.
So a voice hits us. A voice hit us in our very brains. It gave a roar, and the entire area was covered in black. We're all blind completely. We had to fight in the dark. Varric was downed. I was down, but I came back up and then missed both my attacks and went down again. Then we were hit by this magic blue light, and our eyes turned light blue, and we can see we're back up again. And we get tattoos of a apparently blight blue eye, but I assume that one I wanted to spell out bright.
Illuminati confirmed.
Earlier we were hopeless, now we have a sense of hope. Steak starts screaming in rage.
Stop calling it the fucking steak.
Oh, fucking steak! We finally killed it, and it blinked out of existence, and the ground under where it stood starts collapsing, and the armored body falls onto it. The fort is collapsing, we need to leave. We escape the falling tower, heal Lockhart, who nearly died, and inspected our tattoos. They faded to black ink. Varric sneaks amazingly and pokes his head out to see the battle. Orcs and goblin bodies were piled high, and hordes of dead lizard folk. Only people left standing are Mac and a few of his hunters, and Mac looked very rough. And after burying everyone's bodies, we start our trek back to Glassfeld, and that's where we ended last session, unless I've missed something.
That's about it, really.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Enjoy your free inspiration.
Thank
It's
you.
not a fucking steak. I will take it away from you.
The thing is, the color palette of the token that you chose, because
It was meant to be. It's red ink on a fucking like parchment background, and I forgot to be.
Yeah.
I forgot to make myself do not disturb and everything.
Yeah, Jesus, I don't want people to like think we have social lives.
Oh, God, don't want something to interrupt my game of Dungeons and Dragons. Can't have that. Right, so no real time has passed, and I assume you guys are just going to go with Mac and his hunters
We
So
sure
just
as
you know,
heck need a rest, I
Yes,
believe.
we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I definitely need a rest.
Mac and his hunters are sort of they've began to trek back, and he just sort of calls back. Well, meet you back in Glassfeld when you come back. We just want to get out of here, really. Too many dead on both sides.
Quite frankly, I would rather go back to Glassfeld fast and rest there rather than resting here.
Yeah.
That is also good.
Let's go to Glassfeld.
Is Lockhart like? I know we shoved a healing potion down your throat. So, are you up, or are you still kind of groggy?
I
Because I
think
know,
I'm
like, I
up.
was carrying you.
I've
in
got
my
9
big
hit
bag
points.
now.
Yeah, all of you are up, just quite badly, like injured in every way, really. Like
Okay.
none of you really got out of that fight unscathed.
I can say
Exit.
that I do feel a bit
Olive.
worse for wear.
Yeah, I'll have exited bare frame to walk a little bit more leisurely with you guys.
Alright.
I guess it's Zaid's token, so Zaid has to move us.
Hang on, I'll go back to the. I'm on a different map right now. Well, I'm just going to assume that you're just going to trek back to a Glassfeld then with a.
Did we? Okay, we didn't go the pathway, did we?
No,
We
you
went
just walked
No.
straight.
and-
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
there's a bunch of hunters in the front. You don't really care much for paths, so
yeah.
They know the way, we just follow.
yeah.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
They do, however, help.
Yeah.
They do.
As you begin to trek back after about an hour or so, it's quite slow going as all of you are, limping or just holding yourself in some way that's slowing you down. All of the hunters seem worse. One of them's carrying each other. Mac has this just pretty nasty wound all across this front, and looks to be bleeding a bit from a head wound. And so he's also like holding sort of. Yeah, he's a very fit man, but he's sort of like. Yeah, he's very injured, clearly. His normal grace and just sort of like, determination had sort of, eroded away.
Would you like some bread?
Where did you get that bread?
Don't worry about it.
Right, he just gives you a weird look and keeps walking.
Why does he think that he wouldn't have taken bread from? I guess I wouldn't have expected him maybe to take it to some other keep and then underground and then to a battle and then still have it. Come to think of it.
This is my
It
last
It
piece of
might be a
bread.
bit moldy.
Do you think he would have done the Skyrim route, just eaten like 20 of them in just like a split second to get better?
Yeah. Does that work like ever in Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
Okay.
You can't eat your way back to better health.
Okay. I did think maybe not.
You can not eat your way to death, but that's a totally irrelevant
I mean,
point.
technically, if you use a healing potion with the baking, you might be able to heal with the bread.
I think there is a magical item that's like it's bacon, like sort of doused in a healing oil.
Yeah, but they are probably pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but they're funny.
But healing bacon.
I'll take 2.
But healing bacon, I'll take it.
Right, so while we are walking, Varric will try to have a word with the Mac. And Varric takes an item from his pocket and asks Mac, "Do you know what this is?"
And the item you're referring to is?
It is the Signia, the slightly deformed crescent of a moon.
No, I don't, Si. I've never seen it before, I'm sorry.
Well, I am actually here doing a mission from Moonlight Mirage.
Give me a sign. He needs to roll something for that.
We're not here in this, right? You
Well,
are
you
having-
might
Are
be-
you? Well, depends. Zay, are you making particular care to actually No, he's got no fucking. Are you actually? Do you have any? Are you making any care of actually sort of, like hiding the conversation from anyone?
I'm not particularly trying to hide it, but I'm not like shouting or anything, so if you are walking a little bit further away,
Yeah.
you might not be able to hear it.
I'm gonna say everyone make me perception checks. What's everyone's passive perception even?
Wasn't
I was
it
gonna say
12?
passive.
Yeah, 12.
16.
Oh my god.
I'm
Damn druids.
wise.
Yeah, you
I'm very
are.
wise.
looking
Wait.
at?
It's right at the bottom, Foxy.
14.
Right, bottom left.
13?
I'm gonna say that a 14 and over, you can probably make out this conversation, kind of. Like, you're not paying great attention, you can hear them talking, but hear mostly what's going on. Even if you are losing a word here and there.
Okay.
All right.
What did you say? You're here on a mission for the
Moonlight Mirage.
Moonlight Mirage. That
I'm
sounds...
sorry, I've never heard of that before.
Well, we are kind of an grey area organization. People hire us to get back what has been stolen. And I believe that the Eye of Urgathia that we found in the graveyard is in your possession.
Indeed it is.
Yes, I was tasked to bring that back to Istaden.
You're aware this is a, well, if not an incredibly dangerous artifact, still a potent necromantic tool, is there? Well, do you have any... He seems a bit he seems just a bit conflicted almost.
Well,
With all due respect, of all you've done for us, that's a, well, dangerous thing to be letting go to someone who of their own admission is a criminal.
yes, but I'll just be returning it to its original owners. From
The
which it
original
wa-
owners.
Yes, it was stolen. It wasn't originally from here.
I understood that as much, but well, who would be paying to have returned that?
Out of character. Who was the organization again?
The only thing that gave it to you was that they gave you the mission was the Church of Pharasma, because they'd been nicked from them from their vaults because they were hiding it away somewhere.
Hang on, Pharasma, wasn't that the same?
That was the same Yeah, that's the same.
Yeah.
That's the same deity.
The Church of Pharasma.
Be around, is she?
Make me a persuasion check, say, with
Okay.
advantage.
Good advantage. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Church of Pharasma, that would make sense. Well, if you're just handing it over to them, then it's no issue at all. They're hardly, well, tolerant of necromancy in any of its forms.
Indeed.
Yes, I have it hidden back in the temple. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Dare say we've all dealt with enough, well, today.
Quite.
That reminds me, when you were up on the tower and we were fighting with the orcs, there was this black shroud just enveloped the tower. What happened?
Well, I don't actually know or remember too much. I was set down quite a bit. But there was something magical in there. And evil.
Oof. Can you describe it to me? I'm well versed in a.
I've been
The wolf.
listening in totally accidentally because I'm not a snitch. That's not the right word. I just heard. I'm gonna just pop forward a little bit. Perhaps I can help you. I remember the whole battle.
Sure, go ahead.
I will have my tea first.
One moment.
One moment,
To
while I'll
pick up
take
my
a sip.
tea.
Quick intermission.
It is important. Okay. From what I gathered, he was trying to raise from the dead some kind of creature almost. A person who was no longer their own person, who was trapped inside of an armor that has made them powerful.
Armor.
Yes, and there was snippets from memories that he was drawing the power from 4 swords, and as we touched these swords to pull them from the places he was drawing the power from, they showed us some kind of a tail of a battle fought a long time ago, I think, with these powerful weapons almost of war, but people.
In regards to the armor, I can't just point to a specific figure, but what you're describing sounds like a grave knight. A necromantic spirit bound to armor. Although, well, what exactly did they see in these visions?
Who here had the visions?
I had one.
Varric had
I
two.
had one.
To be perfectly honest, I cannot quite remember. Let me see.
Well, there were at least for me, there were mostly visions of battlegrounds.
Not particularly unique for grave knights. They're often the spirits of warmongers or bloodthirsty warriors.
I don't know
Bound.
if it's entirely relevant to us, but I do sort of remember Ashton saying something about the.
You don't know
Four
that.
Horsemen of
Shut the fuck up.
Yokok.
I still need to shoot. I still need to shoot him for that. Making a stop off it before I get home.
Would we not have maybe known stories about the
Well, for
Horsemen and
one,
could
what
have
Ashton said
taken-
was wrong, so we'll ignore
Okay.
that.
Okay.
And probably
That's-
not.
Okay, that's okay. I'm just. That's what he said, and so it
Actually,
kind
no,
of
wait,
like.
Actually, wait. Who saw that? Who saw that last vision?
I
The
think it was
last one.
Varric again, wasn't it?
Yeah, I might have
Garrick,
been.
make me acknowledge religion.
Religion? Oh, this is not good.
Oh,
Oh, hang on.
Oh no.
16's not awful.
Not bad. That woman who you saw yourself fighting in the end, and featured in particular, you're not really very scholarly to say the least, but you think she reminded you of some fiendish god that you've heard of at some point. You can't put a name on her though.
Okay, well, I think there was some fiendish god in the visions.
Describe it.
Well, I'll give him the description.
Everyone who's paying attention to the conversation, make me a sense motive check.
Make a what?
Sorry, what?
What'd you say?
Everyone who's paying attention to the conversation, so basically
That's
pretty
none
much
of
just
us.
just Dinar and Varric. Maybe you get a sense motive
No,
check.
I'm listening into those.
Oh,
battles.
insight
Quietly.
check. Sorry, I
Insight.
keep insight. It's sense motive and
Oh,
Pathfinder. and playing
who
a lot
was
of that.
listening in? I mean, I wasn't. Didn't have.
I-
I was
I-
listening in, that's for sure.
Yeah. So, Varric and Nanar, you notice Mac grow visibly more worried as you relay this description. He's sort of brow furrows, and he starts somewhat worriedly running a hand through his beard. That is unfortunate.
Do you
What
know
you're
who the
describing
singer
is what you're describing sounds an awful lot like Zazuriel, the Horseman of War. You're staying in Glassfeld for how much longer exactly?
Well,
We
definitely
haven't
need to
decided.
rest up for a while, and we haven't
Yes.
any plans
Right.
after.
Well, if you have a free day or so, just come by the temple. There's something there that might shed some light on this whole situation.
As I see that a lot of people are gathering around Mac, I'm moving forward and I'm gonna ask him, do you know anything about this sign? And I show him my right shoulder.
Okay,
Oh,
he
yeah.
looks at it, gives it a scrutinize. I'm sorry, I've never seen this before. It's no religious symbol I've ever come across.
It appeared during the battle and faded away.
All of us were given some kind of boost from a higher power that we never saw, and we could see, and the tattoos were glowing a bright blue.
Right, blue. I'm sorry, I have nothing out of this really makes much sense on what I know. I mean, I know most of the more benevolent deities of the multiverse, but well,
Would you happen to know anyone who could help us out?
There's there's many religious scholars down in Estaden, but that has its own difficulties.
Like?
Difficulties.
Well, aside from
fine.
the aside from just the travel down there, which is going to be weeks at least, there's rumors of unrest from the capital.
As in a war, civil war, or?
Well, we don't know yet. That's the problem.
Would
Right.
Varric
Suppose
know anything
newspapers,
about those
so-
unrest-related
Maybe,
things?
maybe an insight check with advantage. You will say.
You've got a lot of advantage.
Oh, apparently not.
No.
Not really. You've been working in the north a lot recently. You haven't been down into Estaden a lot
Fair enough.
recently. You don't know. You don't really know, Varric.
Hmm.
This back
Curious.
continues. I don't know. I've just heard of rumors of civil unrest and a lot of troop movements recently. Don't pay huge attention to the dealings down south. Prefer to stay in the north of the empire myself. But
No
But
travelers
you-
pass through.
travelers pass through. It's just
No messengers.
messengers as well. It's just armies have been moving a lot around that area, and not to the borders. We'll say.
Would you suggest that we stay clear? Would you say that?
I don't know enough about the situation, unfortunately.
Okay.
I'm
Do you know
just
when the
warning you,
next-
possibly.
News will come through. Do you have merchants that will come by that way? Maybe.
Well, with the hard to say. News went out of the attack. Doubt any messengers will be through here soon. All of the empires are likely to send some kind of just a force to say re-establish order, shall we say? Likely a few administrators to put as interim mayors, given ours is dead.
How would people react to an half-orc? It's not like I blend in.
Well, not so bad down in the capital. It's
Quite well
There's enough-
populated.
very populated and quite culturally mixed. In the
Uh,
villages around, in the more rural areas around it, you might need to be a bit more on guard. Is the issue?
How do they feel to tieflings?
Again, in the cities, completely fine. You might get the odd bigot, but they're everywhere. Unfortunately, the villages are also a lot more insular.
Understand.
Well, I doubt you'll be lynch mobbed. It's stay on guard.
Well, I've spent a fair bit of time in Estaden. I know my way around there.
That is good to know. We will definitely need your assistance in this. Assuming we go there.
Around this point, you're sort of drawing out of the forests almost, and coming towards Glassfeld again. It's still mostly in ruins, The repair efforts are still on, but it's it's a slow process. Especially with so many of the residents either killed or injured.
Yeah.
Is the inn still standing?
Yeah, inn is still standing.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
all I need is food and a bed.
And a drink.
Definitely a drink.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the
Yes.
alcoholic monk.
Yes. If you could visit the temple as soon as possible, once you're rested, of course, that would be what you've talked about unsettles me, and I might have a way of of at least narrowing our possibilities. I'll say.
Sounds good. Would
Yeah,
tomorrow
sure.
morning be alright?
Tomorrow morning should be fine. Yeah. Although have a rest, have a drink. You deserve it after all you've done.
Thank you.
Likewise.
That's quite all
Much
right.
appreciated.
Just
You've
here
helped
to-
us out greatly. Least we could do is to compensate you as much as we could in return.
Once we enter the inn, I would like to speak to the innkeeper for paper and a quill.
All right, he, taciturnly hands some over,
Thank you.
then just nods. You don't think you've heard this guy say a single word in the you've known him, oddly enough. He just communicates entirely in grunts and nods.
Yeah.
I'm a half orc. I can understand. I'll just settle myself at the table and start writing.
Yeah, I'll order a drink and food. Bread, in particular.
Bread.
Or not
Can
an
certainly
apple.
source you some bread.
To eat or
Yeah.
to stash?
Of all
How
foods to
about
stash,
just
bread is
like-
definitely the worst.
Just give me 10 pieces of bread.
Okay.
And
What
what's
is
the
on the
strongest thing
menu?
you've got? I mean, what's the strongest thing you have got?
In like terms of alcohol, or
Yes.
Give
He
me a moment.
spoke! That wasn't a grunt!
Debunked.
The knowledge of alcohol, the sort of the taunt of the strongest thing you have is just a
Trigger.
has just set him up for sort of a He comes back about five minutes later with this ornate looking barrel of these several sort of like dragon heads like carved into the sort of the metal parts of the barrel, and just sets it onto the table. Drink this.
Oh my god. He doesn't
Oh.
say, oh, this is the strong. He just
I will drink it.
Drink it.
Okay. Are you just gonna take like a flag and just pour some, or?
Yeah.
Okay. As you sort of take a sip down, you've drank some heavy shit in your time. You feel like you've been hit by a fucking truck. It's like maybe a saving throw.
Please below.
That's a 7 throw.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Yes!
I
Natty
think
one.
I'm. The moment
Oh my
I hear the
goodness.
thud, I will look up next to me and I'll just have a meat.
You sort of you feel the sensation, this heavy sensation hit you. It feels like it feels like an incredibly strong sort of a like vodka mixed with this almost like a with a almost like a mixed fruit feeling, which normally you have the feeling would be like absolute shit, but it's oddly very nice. And you just keep drinking and drinking and down your entire mug. As soon as you set your mug down, you realize this was a massive mistake. This shit is strong, and you just feel like you're about to retch. You just sort of stand up, trying to just get outside, and just collapse.
You say that, but I'd like to give a thumbs up before I go down.
You can certainly do that.
Free action. I just look up and say, I'll have to. just have a
He is
minute."
out cold. Mm.
I will drag him up to his bed later.
I'll
That
probably
was-
stab him whilst he's in his bed later.
Oh my god.
That was Maya Stan finest. I've never had quite that reaction before after one drink, but well.
Kazoo,
What
you
is,
have
um,
disappeared
Is
on us.
it
Yeah.
your turn?
Oh yeah, all
Dark.
of you are. Hang on, I'll reconnect.
Please.
I would like to have a flagon of ale.
Can certainly source your ale.
Just delight
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
And a full meal, please.
Yes.
The best. Please.
Yeah, you can certainly source you some, good old, British pub food.
Fish and chips, lads.
Well, not fish. Well, actually, no, you
It's a
can.
river.
There's a
Let's
there's
be
a
on the
lake
river.
next
Yeah,
to
yeah.
it. Come
That's
on.
why I corrected myself.
Aha.
Do you have gooseberries?
A few, probably.
Do you have any other berries?
Oh yeah, just general mountain, alpine berries and fruits. Yeah. Normally
could I
serve
just
them as
have-
normally serve them as part of stuff, but
Some
well,
lingonberry.
Oh no, can I just have a bowl of that, please?
if you insist,
Thank you. And whiskey. If
of
you have
course,
it. Thank you.
certainly do.
Just sort of out of character for a second. Isn't your character like a vampire?
Yep.
You've not.
Do you have a problem?
I
Me
mean,
eating gooseberries and berries and whiskey?
I
Would you prefer I drink red wine or like the blood
maybe
of it?
we haven't seen it. It's just that you've not drunk any blood.
There's been a lot on
Not
hand
yet,
as well.
I haven't.
Holy
Okay.
shit, I just realized that me snoring was an excuse. She just wanted to drink the blood.
Do I though? Never know.
We do never know. Anyway, we don't know that yet.
That's true.
Never know. Mwahaha.
Oh no, you've gone. Foxy.
Fox is going, oh, fuck you, roll 20. Why are you like this?
Oh, you're all frozen.
Yeah, you have to reload.
Yeah, well,
go.
reconnect.
Refresh.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Merry Christmas.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, he comes back about 10 minutes later. There's this bowl of various berries, and just a cup of whiskey.
Thank you. Good sir. I
Where's my
appreciate
meat?
Of course. It brings you over not quite a barrel, but like getting on for that.
I will drink that casually while I write my.
Casual drinking.
I will not be a fool and down it in one go. I drank
will-
dwarfs under a table. I know how to drink.
He
I'll
knew how
kind
to
of,
drink.
Not. I'll kind of lean over a little bit and be like, "You had a tankard of your own.
I did.
As soon as we finished our exploration of the crypt, the fog left. If we're to stay here for a little while so that we can find out more about what has happened, you could search for this.
That would be a good idea. However, do we have enough time for that? How long did it take the last time we went there?
It's only like an hour away, innit?
It's pretty close, actually. The issue was more that you had to navigate through a thick fog with
Yeah.
no real reference. And there were zombie.
And I can smell it out really easily.
That is a very good move.
And they say wild shape is a balanced ability.
I can be, I think, like a basset hound or something. I'm really good at smelling.
I like where you're going with this. I would not be opposed to trying to find my tankard, because it is something I treasure.
Don't worry about me.
So, is there a lot of people in the tavern right now?
The people are starting to stream in. It's still it's still only late afternoon. People are starting to stream in.
Are people
Okay.
staying here because their houses are, like, gone?
There's something of a not quite a tent city, but a lot of tents outside the sort of just around town at this point.
Okay.
And and from what you've seen, a lot of people have opened their houses and their places of work to people to just stay in overnight. I think you've seen the odd carpenter shop or whatever who has had people just staying in them overnight.
Okay. That's fair.
I can just probably put this on now that.
So I'm assuming everyone else except Theminor is around the table.
Well, he's around the
He's on the
table, just on the
floor.
floor. Around the table.
Not actually
Okay,
listening.
Not
sitting
even
around
that,
the table.
blackout drunk.
But as some of you may have heard, I have some unfinished business that I need to take care of in Istaden once we've done here. And quite frankly, I'd be honored to have you all accompany me there.
I
Ma-
have a question because I don't quite remember the first episode perfectly. The second, maybe. Did you show any sign of resemblance when we were in the Temple of Pharasma?
Hmm?
Well, when we were in the church originally, I feel like no one else understood really where we were. Obviously I speak Celestial, so I could read the scriptures and shit, but I don't remember you picking up. This is more for my personal memory. Did you?
Well, quite frankly, no, Varric did not recognize the place as
Okay, cool.
Pharasma.
That's all I needed to know. So in character, did you say that you're collecting this item from the village because you have to give it back to the temple of Pharasma in the Istadon?
Well, I was kind of high to bring it back.
What would a religion that is focused on life want with something that is so close to death?
So that no one uses for evil, I guess. Safekeeping.
Can I press X to doubt? Can I do a? What do you want me to like to?
Well, it depends. What are you doubting? Are you doubting Varric or religious?
Varric.
Okay, so that'll be a. Nisa sense motive again. A insight.
Okay. 16.
Well. Hang on, I need to do some backroom messaging while we figure this out.
Yeah, go on. You have a little message. I'll just stay knitting for a sec. I can have a conversation with Lockhart that totally happened before this conversation happened, if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so you're eating this bowl of berries. Do you not feel like you need some kind of, you know, something more substantial after we've just had such a big fight? I mean, you nearly died. You're muted.
Good job.
Professionalism with a capital F.
First stream, I've been streaming for 2 years. Fucking kill me. Well, are you offering?
Oh my!
Which accents do Lockhart have today? Spin the wheel.
Do you want to just do a Russian accent for Lockhart? Like,
I just want fucking do it.
you know,
Actually, on a world level, do a Russian accent. No reason.
I'll just spring into a random accent every fucking stream. Nobody will know. Every D&D stream, you'll be a different accent.
yeah, and honestly, it's in character. We don't have a clue about this guy. He's just speaking crazy all the time.
Funny story. I played a character like that once.
Oh my god.
He used to lie about which nationality he was from all the time, so I had to pull off a bunch of accents really badly.
Oh my god, wonderful. Offering. I mean, I can buy you a meal if you're struggling with the money.
You guys don't have to buy anything right now. They're giving it to you in spades.
Oh, okay. Well, I could order a meal for you if you're tired.
No, darling. That is not. What's the word in English?
Necessary.
That
You
is
could
not
just say it.
necessary.
In Russian if you want.
But I don't know it in Russian either.
You just don't know the word.
I just don't know. That is not necessary, my dear. I do appreciate you looking after me, but this bowl of berries shall suffice.
Oh,
Nice
okay.
bowl.
Shut
Did
up,
you say that
drunkard.
from the floor?
No, I don't care.
You see him mumble it.
Actually, hold on. How long have I been out?
About 5 minutes.
Good.
You're definitely still out.
He's just snoring on the floor at this point.
Well,
Actually, maybe another Constitution save, Marjack.
Do you throw up in your stupor?
ew.
Ooh.
Okay. You don't contract alcohol poisoning and have to start making saving throws, like death saving throws. However, you're not getting up anytime soon. All right. You're the guy who starts a party by downing an entire bottle of absinthe and then is out for the rest of the night.
Oh my god, I've been to those parties.
I've been that person.
Secondary school, college. Dude, I wasn't drinking illegally when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
Everybody has. I mean,
Welcome to the UK. Well, the average age to start drinking is about 14.
Hey, I never got drunk till I was 18. I'm a good citizen.
Aww.
I I didn't want to. Alcohol tastes disgusting.
That's a legal
Ah.
offense, From.
I can tell you that cocktails are delicious.
Yes, they are.
Are you
Find
saying
out
this
vodka
in
is
character
cheap.
or out of
Yeah,
character?
I am
I'm so
actually.
confused.
You have to find the right drink. Sometimes
I can
they
make
give you.
I can make a cocktail with tequila and you wouldn't taste it.
I can make a cocktail of blood and you wouldn't taste it.
I believe you.
Are we still in character?
Who knows?
No, there needs to be clear definition, lads.
Look, I'm trying, okay? There is clear definition in my voice.
I will continue writing and
Anyway, back to Zvarik. Zvarik.
Yes.
It is noble of you to take this upon yourself. Did you know then that it would be here?
I was informed that it was in this region, yes.
I suppose if it was unfortunately placed into a temple of Pharasma, you would understand that the people of Pharasma might know of it. Well,
Possibly.
but we didn't find it in the Temple of Pharasma. We
Indeed,
found
we-
it here in the
oh,
graveyard.
yes, that's true. That's very true. No, but like the dude who was in the temple, like put it there, so it might have been in
Yeah.
the temple before, because we think maybe he snuck in and
Possibly.
It is
Shoved it in,
possible,
right.
but I do believe the crypt that we were in has been abandoned for quite a while.
But it was where the bodies of more than his family, well, his family were. It was not abandoned by him.
True.
And there was power still in that place, I think. Pharasma herself was watching over.
It was clear that there was something still active.
But yes, I was told that it was in this area.
Well, I have no other place to be, and it has been good to be around so many people who are so, in some ways, like me.
In a way, we are all outcasts.
The guy on the floor especially.
Yes, him too.
You're not wrong.
I am sure that there would be plenty of adventure and when paying jobs in this town. It is after all known as the city of opportunities.
As much as I like to get paid, helping my friends and doing the right thing is a lot more important to me. And this sounds like a worthwhile mission.
Yes. We have started this quest almost together, if by accident. It is a good thing, I think, that we see it to the end.
I can agree on that.
Cheers. Cheers.
Clink tankard!
Oh yeah.
Clink.
Daddy, everyone drinking. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
I asked for the lightest mead.
Yeah, and therefore you have a pretty low DC.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw. Oh, ooh. No problem there.
Yeah, Graz, no problem. This is weak source shit.
But what is it?
Are you sure this
Oh, I
isn't
see it.
diluted?
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah, look, it's whiskey's pretty strong, but you're not getting like drunk quickly. You know what I mean? The other
That'd
thing,
be
if you kept
nice.
this, if you got this, if you kept this up for a while, you would. But you know, the rest of you, other
You mean,
than
like,
for
if you
men,
just
are
sort of
obvious.
stood at a table and constantly poured yourself more and just kept drinking it over and over again, you might eventually fall over.
Eventually.
Or like this.
Oh my god.
Hey, you never know when you might need a full liter of vodka.
Not for a while, thank you.
Oh, give it.
Give it a few hours.
But yeah, no, you're all holding your own at least. You know, Graz, well, most of you are holding your own. Graz, you're probably sobering up faster than you're getting drunk, to be honest.
I might speed up, but I do want to sleep. And Nina, I will take you up on your offer. I do wish to have my tankard back.
Okay, I was really confused for a second. I was like, what have I offered?
Well.
Something about a dog.
I don't know at all.
Bitches love tankards.
What was trebuchets or cannons or other siege equipment?
Get it? Because I'm gonna be a dog.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, that was a really bad one.
Was that a dog or is
That
that?
was Marjack.
Double Marjack.
God's sake, Marjack! You shouldn't be that good at pretending to be a dog. Genuinely, every time I'm like, who's just bought a puppy?
No, unfortunately, they don't allow pets in my accommodation.
Alright, rip. Me neither.
But Christmas, then you're right that my dog might start making appearances if she could, you know,
Doggo.
Yes.
doggo.
Road trip to see the doggo.
Road trip to fucking nowhere, Wales, to see my dog.
I
That's worth
would
me-
honestly
that's
like.
worth
I
reading
care that
this.
much about animals. I
Hey,
would.
What do you think I'm going back there?
That's why I never stay away from home too long.
Yeah.
Hooray.
You know, fuck my parents or friends, because there's a dog that matters.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
I guess we're all just gonna kind of like go to bed because we're all
Yeah.
exhausted.
I'll just pick up Temenor and drop him in bed and close the door behind him. I'll put him on his side. I'll put him on his side though, just in case.
Yeah.
That way he won't snore as much either.
Yeah. Before I go to bed, all of you who aren't for Menor, make me perception checks. Or
Perception.
I will perceive with my natty
Yes,
20.
you will.
26.
Yes.
I see everything. My eyes, they
this
white
is
over,
ironic.
I see the future.
as you guys are going to bed, Nanar and Lockhart, you notice there appears to be someone in the corner of the room, almost like nodding to a Varric trying to catch his attention covertly. Varric, of course, doesn't notice this.
If I'm next to Var, can I just nudge?
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink,
I
wink, nudge,
just
nudge, say no more.
Walk
I mean,
along.
my vision is blocked by carrying Temenor right now, so that's why I don't see anything.
Just your right half is just, you know, drunk elf.
Yeah.
I mean, quite frankly, Varric was planning on staying at the room anyway for a little while to finish his large ale.
He was. You rolled an 8, it's 8, just. But yeah, if Lockhart's putting out, you probably do notice this person in the corner of the room just catching your attention.
I like that he didn't even know. So this guy's just being sort of in the corner of the room, like.
Well, it's a hooded figure. You can't really make out. They seem to be on like halfling dwarf size. You're not really sure.
Like constantly.
Yeah. And Zay, as you look over,
Putting up signposts. I'm here.
Zay, as you look over, they make it. They sort of pull out a small insignia from their cloak. One very familiar to you, and motion for you to go outside.
I will follow him or her.
As you sort of go outside, you
I want to follow.
Can I also follow sneakily?
Yes.
both of you make me
Can we
stealth
do-
checks.
Do the stealthy. I'm 18. I'm a stealthy.
Zay, perception checks.
Okay.
Would he be actively looking for us to follow, though?
I
He'll
don't.
see you now.
Oh, well, he
God.
does.
Damn it! Why are you
Damn it!
like this? Why are you?
As you
rogue?
go to leave, you can pretty clearly hear it or see Nanau and Lockhart trying to sneak up behind you.
I wouldn't say sneak. I think we're just not walking that quietly.
Do you want me to redefine stealth for you or something like?
Look, I rolled really well. It's not my fault that he rolled better, and he only rolled like 3 better.
I
So
don't
if
think
you
you quite
split the
understand how
difference-
checks work. That's not quite how this works.
Actually, you only rolled 1 better, but
Exactly.
Point of
But,
look,
yeah.
there's 8. You can definitely hear those two trying to sneak up behind you.
I will take a look at them and have a smile, and then just continue off after the person.
We just continue to follow, like he's not stopped us.
Well, let's continue very slowly follow him then.
Okay, you head outside, go towards and just sort of look around outside, leaning up against the sort of the back wall of the stable or whatever of this bloody
In.
of the inn. There's this halfling woman, this halfling woman smoking a cigarette. Well, more cigarette. Just not really seem to be paying you much attention, but looks to be roughly wearing the same garb you saw earlier.
Greeting.
Ah, Varric. I take it your mission was a success then.
More
And by
or
the
less.
way, only Varric can understand this.
Oh, it's
Hmm.
in a.
You
a
two,
Things count.
you two.
Are
They
you
just seem-
sure that he's the only one that can understand it?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are
Yes,
you
I'm-
sure? Bloody, it's the rogue language, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
You
Bloody
don't
hell!
Bloody
Bloody hell! You don't. You don't understand at all. This it just
That's
sounds like
why
general
he just
conversation.
smiled at us. For God's sake, okay.
fucking cocktease, I swear.
Yeah. To you,
You just
to you
give us
guys,
a cheeky wink like you can't understand me. I
Oh, babes. Oh, go on, come follow me.
yeah. To you, it just sounds like
Snitches.
general. To you, it just sounds like general conversation. You know, like, you know.
know. Do you mind ears deceive me? Carry on.
Varric, I see that you appear to have succeeded in your mission.
That is true. We have located the eye, and it is currently held by the local priest.
Ah, good. Let me see. That was She just pulls out like a small handbook out of her cloak and just says, "Should be all right." Introductions. Terribly sorry. I'm Master Operative Kelnis, and she produces this the same emblem that you saw earlier. This silver sort of this silver like crescent moon symbol about a centimeter or so by in length. And just then once again pulls it back into her cloak. I don't suppose you could produce it quickly, could you?
Well, that depends. I was going to get it in the morning.
I would prefer not to stay here too long, if you'll understand. There's have to be back in Astadon soon, and yes,
I see.
preferably be gone before the sun comes up in the morning.
I understand. See what I can do.
Mhm. Who are your friends?
Well, they are some fellow adventurers that have helped me in my quest here.
Oh. You are aware that I assume you're aware that 2 of them are listening in on this right now, for all the good it will do.
I know. I did see them following.
Oh. I've gone blue because I'm purple.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's my version of red.
Wait, so your blood is blue then? Is that?
I mean, it's kind of like a darker version of. It's like a, like it.
I'm just
I
gonna
feel-
nod and say yes for
I feel
brevity's
like-
sake.
If you had some of our blood's blue.
Tell you what, how about we have this conversation not doing plot? How about
Okay.
that?
Okay.
We can debate tiefling anatomy later.
Okay.
Does make sense though. Just putting it out there.
But yes, if you could retrieve the item very soon, that would be much appreciated.
I'll be right on it.
Mm-hmm. She just stays outside, still smoking.
I will start heading towards the temple.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you can go in there unopposed. Only one in there is Mac, just cleaning the place up.
I mean, like, we probably also followed him back in. No.
Yeah, probably.
If you want to follow him.
And I want to know what's going on.
In the meantime, I've probably dropped Theminor on his bed and head back down just to find somebody who can function as a messenger.
To find an empty tavern.
Yeah, and try to find somebody who can send off the notes I've been writing.
You won't really be able to find anyone as of late.
I will have to wait till the morning then.
It's like it is getting towards like sort of 8-9 o'clock on like on a bad night in the middle of of the autumn. It's like going out on a Sunday night in the UK and trying to get anything done. It's not happening. There's no one.
Gotcha.
Right, so
Go ahead.
I'll enter the temple and greet Mac. Sorry to disturb you this late, but something
Now,
has
quite
come
alright.
up.
hang on just a second, right? Before this, you've just had a crazy conversation with a random person. I believe that myself and Lockhart will probably want to have a word with you before you just run off to the temple in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mate,
The fuck is going on?
Hey, fuck.
When you walk away from the halfling woman originally, and we kind of follow you away from that, I think I'm speaking for myself and Lockhart, but I think both of us are very interested, so we'll just kind of like run up to keep pace with you and be like, is everything okay?
should we be worried?
Not at all.
Should
Just,
we be still able to trust you?
Just talking to a colleague,
Colleague.
and apparently things are going to be moving slightly faster than expected.
Oh.
But this colleague of yours, I'm accidentally going Russian because you're doing Russian. It's messing up my accent, my vague European accent.
Your vague accent. Is it Spanish? Is it Eastern European? Nobody knows.
I forgot my sentence now.
Well, because the
If
universe
this is
mocks your accent.
colleague, how come she was not helping us with any of the fights that we've had?
Well, let's just say that although I have many colleagues, we also have many tasks to do. We can't really spare too many people on one job.
But if she was here, I'm a little confused about why, if you are also here, it seems. But why must? What do you mean by things move faster? Nanara is probably not as messy as I am at trying to speak. She's very well educated and well spoken. I promise.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's what it says.
I'm all telling me shit, so it's true.
My sheet told me.
Well, let's just say that she has been in the service for longer than I have. More experienced, and I suspect that she's only here to speed things up.
Are you being threatened?
No?
I'm
Or
guessing.
dragged, maybe, but not threatened.
Whoever Varric works for.
Oh, I'm going to fuck that. Fuck it, I'm quoting that. Give me a minute. That's just too funny.
That's a good one.
I want
love
them
it.
a
My boss is
t-shirt.
on my back, you know, I'm not being threatened. Just
I want that on a
harangue.
t-shirt somewhere.
Wonderful. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Lockhart?
You know what? I forgot.
Something about whoever Varric was working for.
Ah, yes. Whoever he's working for, I'm sure he's not in any danger. However, if he doesn't fulfill a specific task, I'm pretty sure he might be in some danger from his boss. But I might be just wrong, and I'm just assuming things.
When you say boss, do you mean somebody from the Temple of Pharasma? Do you mean somebody from a group that you're part of that is working for the temple?
From the group that I'm working for. I don't think she's directly working for Temple. Rather, she's just here to speed the return of the item.
But if she's not working for the temple, why does she care if the item gets back quicker?
Why does she
Because
want the
they-
item to go back so quickly?
Because time is money. It's just good business to get that returned quickly.
So what will
You've
happen if he
seen-
gets it returned?
I don't
Well,
usually expect, obscure temples like Pharasma to be of the most wealthy, and I feel that they would be more interested in the safe
High
passage
point,
of
the
such
Church
a
of
dangerous...
Pharasma. The Church of Pharasma is anything but
Oh, okay. Is
Well,
it
it's
the
fine.
the
It is-
one? I mean, the fact that none of us know anything about it, right? That's the knowledge that I have. But do correct me on the.
Yeah, no,
widespread
no, it's
nature.
it's one of them. It's one of the major religions.
Okay.
I'll put a link up somewhere just because
Okay. Well,
I don't
in
want to say
that
here
case-
have this massive wall of text you must read or you shall be shot.
You could. Oh, no. It's not a threat. It's just haranguing.
It's
So
not a threat. It's just a forced suggestion.
so, I will alter my question.
Mhm.
I would have expected a temple like Pharasma to care more for the safe return of this item than for the speed of return for the item.
but trust me, she's fairly capable of keeping it safe as well.
She being your boss.
Well, not directly boss.
Yeah,
She has been in the service longer than I have.
What is this service? Are you part of a mercenary group?
Well, have you ever heard of Moonlight Mirage?
Both of you, intelligence checks.
Have I ever heard? I love it when someone asks you a question and you just turn to the DM like, "Well,
Well, why?
what's this straight intelligence?"
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
Okay, I'm feeling really.
None of you have
tired.
any fucking clue.
We haven't rested.
No.
We're tired.
I
None of you
can't
have
really
heard of
remember
this at all.
who I am. I don't.
I don't know what's happening. What is a city?
No, you have not heard of this group Varric mentioned.
Well,
No, we have not heard of this group you've just mentioned called the Moonlight Dancers.
Moonlight Mirage.
Yep. That
That's
works.
something else. That's something
mean,
else entirely.
I know you're Russian, but not everything is a ballet.
Excuse me.
If there was a Russia in this universe, that might. Well, more on that later.
Well, let's just say that Moonlight Mirage is an organization of thieves who do not steal from the poor or the rich, but rather from the other thieves.
That's still stealing.
So you're like a
Robin Hood?
repossession company?
We
You're the repo man?
hold on. I need to get something up. I know that I wrote it somewhere.
Hold on, let me just get my notes out of my pack.
Well, let's just say that our motto is "Night returns what the day steals."
Okay,
Oh,
so somebody
like that.
has had something stolen from them, and they pay you to
Oh,
return
box.
it to them.
Yes.
What? Okay. Is this? Do you have run-ins with the law enforcement? I do not know the legal. I have not spent a lot of time around people for a while.
We from time to time do services for the officials as well, so they kind of tend to turn the blind eye on our action. More like a necessary evil.
So this artifact was stolen from the Temple of Pharasma.
Yes.
That is interesting.
And you have seen its power, so I hope you agree that it is paramount that it is returned back as soon as possible.
Quite.
Okay. Can I do another little sneaky little insight?
You certainly
this-
can.
And 18.
Same result.
Okay. So where are we going now?
Well, I'm going to meet Mac real quick.
Also, did we get a short rest for having had a meal at the pub?
I'm gonna say you could consider this a short rest, but yeah.
Okay, I'd like. Well, okay.
How many points?
I just feel like maybe we should have
I just need health
rolled some hit
points.
die or something.
Hang on, sure. Hang on. Hang on. Yeah, I'd say it counts as a short rest.
Okay.
I don't actually have any. Oh, I do
Does
have it.
anyone
Does that?
remember, like, at the top of their head how many hit die I have? Like, what the hit die?
Well,
is
you're
it?
level
6?
3, so well D8 because you're druid's D8.
Okay,
Wait,
that's what I
do
needed to
roll?
know.
D10 because you're a ranger.
How
Because
do
you
know
got
this?
that.
I just sort of
okay.
do. It's hard to explain.
Oh shit, boys! I will take that.
That is going to be this much.
It's okay, I don't spend too much time playing RPGs. I can just remember the hit dice of every class by memory,
Jesus Christ.
and all the additional classes of different systems.
I mean, if you play it for long enough, you do end up just remembering random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you have
not
to look
very
something up
useful.
so many times you eventually just sort of don't need to look it up anymore.
Well, yeah,
possibly
the base classes I can just sort of do,
and
completely fine.
every now and then you mix them up, but hey,
Well,
it happens.
Mix and match, it's fine.
don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay, cool. We can continue now. I just was thinking, a little bit damaged. Good. We're good.
What, you're gonna try and stab Mac?
No, hang on. Did I ask you where we're going?
Yes, you did.
You did.
Yeah, you
And you
did.
said we're going to see Mac.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you? Yes. Okay. Do you not think it will be suspicious that you demand this in the middle of the night or evening? I don't know what time it is.
It's it's late evening. Well, not late evening. It's about 7-8 o'clock,
Well,
And
and it's
why-
autumn, so it's getting quite dark.
You seemed concerned by it earlier, but
Well, I'll ask him. If he doesn't want to give it, then I'm afraid I'll have to wait for a while and come back.
we can help.
That is true.
Like one of us talks to Mac, and the other one steals the thing.
Okay, that's not what I was thinking you meant by help. I thought you meant to help encourage him that it's okay.
Well, that would work as well.
We may be thieves, but we can be decent people. Mac is trying to help us. I don't want to ruin our ability to ask him about what happened to us in the morning.
Indeed.
So you
To the
guys going to continue
temple.
to the temple?
Yes.
La 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 la. Okay, you were just you gonna go in then? It seems fairly quiet from the outside.
I'll open the door, peek in.
There's just Mac cleaning the place up. There's still a lot of stuff lying around from when they were from the attack, so you know. But most people seem to be out of here by now.
Good
Just
evening.
Varric.
Sorry to disturb you this late, but something has come up. Do I have a word with you?
I'm sorry, did he only address Varric? I'm offended.
Well, I only poked my head.
So you're
in.
going in.
I mean,
I assumed we were just kind of following.
I haven't exactly entered yet. I'm still at the door.
Sorry,
Oh,
Mac.
okay.
Okay, I'm terribly sorry. Mac will use his X-ray vision that he has to
Okay. Carry on.
Right.
You.
Go ahead.
Oh no, you.
Oh, you! No, you! No, you!
So, could I have a word with you?
Oh, of course.
I enter, and I hope you don't mind if I brought my friends as well. They are very
of course
interested
not.
in this.
I think they've proved that they can be trusted.
Yeah.
Quite. So, another one of my organization has appeared here, and it seems that it is very important that the eye is delivered to Istaden as quickly as possible.
I see. Well, I'm certainly won't be too sad to see it go. I dare say there's better people to hold it here than me. Just give me a moment. He sort of just crouches down by the fire and just waves his hand over the flames and they just sort of die down. From there, he pulls up what appears to be a hatch underneath the fire, and after rooting around for a bit, pulls out this looks to be a small a small lockbox with and also produces a key for it. He then shuts the door down, puts his hand over the fire again, and it reignites all as usual. Yes, here it is, and he just hands it to you with the key intact. And I'd appreciate it if you didn't spread around the knowledge that, I can do that.
Your secret is safe with me.
Don't
What
tell
I'm-
people I'm magic.
Well,
And the witch!
the magic is very obvious. It's more the
Secret space.
yes. I'm sure you'll understand.
Quite.
More on that tomorrow, in fact. But until then, good luck in whatever you're doing, and I hope this is returned to the Church of Pharasma soon.
I hope so as well.
So do I.
Thank you very much, and have a good night's sleep.
I'll try. He just almost looking exhausted as he just sort of says that. It's clear he hasn't rested at all since the fight, and he's just, almost just gone straight from the fight to just doing more stuff almost. He looks haggard.
Yeah, I bet.
Well, good luck. And he just treks back into the temple and continues cleaning up.
Once we step outside, I turn to Lockhart, and then probably best that I deliver this alone.
Well,
We will go straight back to the inn and
Yeah, we
probably
do
get
need to rest, especially as still had a difficult battle. We had a difficult battle. Russian accents are very difficult. Please stay safe, Varric. I know it's your boss and I know it's your job, but you never know. You cannot trust anybody. Anybody!
I'll keep my eyes open. And ears.
So you're gonna head back to head
Yep.
back to Kilness?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
She's still there. You think she's changed cigarette, you're not sure.
We always smoke
Yeah.
the same one.
Here it
It's
is.
just like an NPC. You interact with her, and then you go away. You come back to the exact same place.
Yep.
She got locked in her animation cycle.
Every time the same.
She now goes into battle just smoking in a T-pose.
Oh, great! I've just visualized that. Thank you.
I try.
Right, so,
Alright.
yes, here it is, and I hand over the box and the key.
She takes it quickly and just sort of just puts it into her pack. Thank you very much. Of course, your fee, and she roots around it in her sort of cloak for a minute before pulling out a modest bag of gold of about 25 pieces and just hands it to you.
Thank you.
Had we known what would have come of this job, your commission would be significantly higher, but, well, you know how it is.
I
In fact,
do.
I was
Corrective payment changes.
I was initially sent up to well, we heard about the situation and we, well, I rode up as quickly as possible. However, you seem to have had the situation in hand with your friends. Done
Somewhat.
very well, Varric.
Thank you.
In fact, she just looks left and right, making sure no one's around. You've done very well. I'm authorized to give you this. And she hands you a small crescent moon symbol. This one out of bronze.
Ooh.
Good job. You made full operative. And she just tosses it to you.
I catch it and put it down in my pocket. Thank you. Have a safe journey.
Thanks. Yes, I should be leaving soon. This is well. What's going on right now? I need to be back in a. In fact, if you and your group were looking for any work, even that of the less subtle kind, well, let's just say that you won't go hungry in a Staden.
Good to know.
She just nods and just goes back in the stable, pulls out a horse, and just leaves at a breakneck pace.
I hope she's
And
at
starts
least
heading
moving
south.
Okay.
Yeah, she's moving south. Oh, that would be a fucking troll, wouldn't it?
And she races off to the east. What?
What the fuck? You're shouting, "Way, wankers!"
Exactly.
No, she doesn't do that. She heads south. With that, it's just quiet night hours again.
Okay, I will turn around and return to the tavern and go get some sleep.
Okay, and I think that's time for our break, I believe.
Indeed it is, and we will be back after the break with part 2. Catch you in a bit. Okay, so we are having our full health back now.
Yes, we've had a long rest. You regenerate all
And-
your shit.
Huzzah!
Okay, so my hit dice are
Oh,
back,
yes,
and my
I love
rage
hit
is
die.
back. Where's my rage? There we
All of your stuff is back.
It's all back there. Thank you. Well, almost all
Yay.
my stuff. But we might go look for it today.
Okay, all your physical abilities are back.
Yes.
And health?
Yeah.
Health's all back. Hit dice are all back.
Ah, yes. Very good.
Okay, let's get the music started then.
Am I alive again? Is this like a...
Well, it's the morning after.
I feel like I'm
Menor.
experienced enough to live.
For Menor, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God! What kind of poison did you feed him?
You're probably sick in your room.
Oh my god, an 8.
Yeah.
Oof.
You wanted above average there, I think, pal.
You drank. Okay. You got a nat 1 on the strongest alcohol that this pub could provide.
Yeah, that'll hurt you.
At least it wasn't a pub in like the capital.
Probably
feel
wouldn't
like
be
that
able to
might be-
afford that one.
Most of these people are just like showering you in, alcohol and affection, because it's like it saves some of their
Affection.
life.
So what you tell it? Well, somebody needs to tell me what the fuck we're doing, right?
Okay, after you stumble back downstairs of being sick, what are the rest of you doing?
Eating
Having
breakfast.
looking for a messenger.
Bread, please.
Your entire substance that you put inside of yourself is bread and alcohol.
No wonder he's gonna die soon. He's gonna die young.
It's not the monsters that are going to get him. It's
No,
just
it's
his
not.
liver's just going to fail.
Okay, some eggs too, please.
Some eggs in a second, boy.
Damn.
Some of my special eggs.
What?
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 I will
Okay,
have
then.
a
They don't
Like-
do that here.
breakfast, maybe
Yeah,
some
but I
oats
do.
and some fruit. If Lockhart did not eat all of the fruit, I would like some oats and fruit.
No, that's probably sufficient for whatever. So as long as what you want is simple and can be is I don't think they're going to source you a roast duck or something, but
Oh damn it! Really?
Hmm.
I'm sad.
yeah, you can all have your breakfast in peace.
Oh, very good. I'll take something good and then just shove a bunch of bread down my pockets.
What is our plan for today? Do we want to go first to see
I'd
I
say
would
we
like
first
find
go
my
to
tankard.
meet Mac because he has something
Yes.
to tell to us.
him? Yes.
That is
And-
true.
I think perhaps he wanted to see us closer rather than further away.
Shall we go see him then? Do you not need to attain an item as well, Varric?
Well, let's just say that got taken care of last night. Things were moving a lot faster than expected.
Okay.
So that is taken care of, but there is still information that we would like to hear.
After we
Very
have
well.
heard what Matt has to say, then perhaps we can do our own thing. And spend the rest of the day. If it is that we are to travel someplace else, I think we should not try and do it today.
I agree, I think we've
I would-
earned a day not traveling or fighting too much.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to go to the temple then?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright,
Follow them, because I'm not sure what's going on.
hang on, give me a sec. Okay.
Still just hobbling about.
As you're
Initiative.
heading out to the temple, you sort of you sort of go now standard like day. It's people are still recovering almost. There's just people around generally. As you're sort of heading towards the temple, you just hear what's behind you. Gruz Ale Breaker. Do we have a Gruz Ale Breaker?
Yes, that is me.
And this you sort of turn around to see this gentleman on horseback wearing what looks to be like military like armor, like sort of like light horseman's gear, like a weapon or two by his side. He just looks up to you and says, "Ah, of course," and just comes over on his horse. Shut up.
Yes.
Posh fuck
Ah.
he is.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
wow.
Yes.
Look,
Do I
until
recognize
you
the
said
sick-
that, I was not even.
Make me an intelligence check.
What is
Roz.
what is this? The Witcher 3?
Wanna play some Gwen?
Great game.
Straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence.
Not myself.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
People are feeling very clever today.
Oh yes.
Yeah, this guy, he looks to be like part of the. He looks to be part of the the military intelligence corps, like of the core of the of the sort of the Estonian Empire. They have group companies of light horsemen that ferry military mandated messages to various points around the empire and when they're on campaign.
Do
Mhm.
we know this too, or are we not?
Also maybe intelligence checks, although it'll be a bit harder for you guys for reasons.
Okay. 8.
Nice.
He has a horse.
Oh yeah, really?
Okay.
I thought it was a fucking giraffe.
I ought to know
Uh,
something.
Yeah, for Mena, yeah, you can adequately maintain this guy. He's probably part of the Empire's military of some description. You haven't really spent enough time around, like, you know, people
Military.
at all, really, to figure that out. It's just, you know,
You don't know people.
Varric. He also has a horse. Also
Nice.
weapons.
Ooh.
Also weapons.
Well, yeah, Varric has
We like
usually spent his
horse.
time
You like
avoiding the
horses
military
as well.
rather than
Not intelligence.
Very
Yeah,
well.
you get the sort of, you get the feeling you should be behind a building somewhere, out of sight.
At 10 intelligence, you know he has weapons.
But yeah, he sort of, but pulls into this like pack he has by his side and just holds out this letter to you. Letter, sir.
Thank you. Are you going to return to the same place you came from?
No, sir. I'm heading east.
That is a shame.
I hand you this letter.
Dylan.
I'll offer him a piece of bread for his troubles.
He ignores you and just starts leaving. Again, a
Jackson.
fairly significant speed even.
For the bread.
I will throw the bread at him.
You just throw bread like this, just into the air at this horseman going at breakneck speed away.
Why are all the horsemen going so fast? You
They
poor
have
horses.
They haven't invented speed limits yet.
They've invented animal cruelty.
That's always been a thing.
Oh. I must.
But yeah, you're again on your own, just in the streets of Glassfeld.
Or if we go back to the temple, I guess.
Yeah.
What's the letter? I'm
We may
interested.
have an opportunity to make some coin in the east,
Okay, that's
In the
good
east.
news.
Okay.
near the
so
Ring
now
of
we
Iron.
Have to choose if we
Interesting.
to go south or east.
Good
Is
damn.
it-
I hate choosing.
I hate
Well.
choice.
Just give me one option.
Is any of these options time constrained? Can we do one and then the other is still fine? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It is going
I'm
fast.
good.
Edging on out of character.
Going a bit ball out there, Pala.
I can say that the demand is high in the east. People of our skills.
Our skills, now that's
Yes.
Well, considering
Well,
that
really paid.
compliment.
the eye is already being delivered, so we don't need to rush south.
Okay. I suppose. Oh, well, anyway. First we must go and talk to...
Back.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna head back into the temple.
Yeet.
Yep.
Yes.
It's once again like strangely quiet.
I shall break the silence. Hello, Mac!
Yes.
Do we see?
Hello.
Oh, okay.
He pokes his head out of a corner, just almost like he again looks like he hasn't had a lot of sleep. He's looking even more haggard than usual. Yes, I thanks for joining me.
Is the temple always so quiet?
Have you
No,
had any sleep?
I asked the other clerics to find something else to do for the day.
Hmm.
There's some sensitive information I want to broach.
Oh, okay.
You mentioned that you've fought something on top of the keep at Kea Draig.
Yeah.
For reasons I prefer not to go into, I am at least reasonably proficient in the lore on fiends and their gods. Thought I might offer some help in identifying them, as well as there's this, and he goes back to his fire, puts his hand over it, and it again just dispels into nothing. I want to say, I would recommend very heavily against speaking of anything you're about to see here. And he just pulls open this trapdoor and starts pulling out book after book after book.
Oh.
Oh,
He's
Some of
gotta
them,
see-
yeah, some of them are several are like quite, tightly bound, high quality. Isn't really adequate music system. I think about
Do
it.
we have any idea what the books are? Like what they're from?
There are several like sort of quite tightly bound, rich-looking books. They're all very old. Some are like scraps of paper just roughly tied together.
what
Do
language?
any of you speak Infernal or Abyssal?
I do.
No.
I
Okay.
I think I might.
don't know. I put my hand up there, but
Right, several of the books you do notice are written in a common, albeit a slightly more archaic version. It's like reading Old English.
Like reading Chaucer.
Yeah. So you can understand it, but it's a little, it takes a bit more effort than usual.
Yeah, you have to kind of sound it out.
Yeah, and Lockhart, several of them are written in languages you don't understand. Lockhart, you pick out a few more as a books about demons, demonology, and other fiends and the demon lords. A lot of the other things are just even in common you can tell a lot of them are just books on fiends, basically their gods, their behavioral patterns, how to defeat them, and rituals, shall we say.
Okay.
I
Hmm.
can I turn around to the group and just mention that briefly that these books are about demonology and gods.
I mean, are the ones in common about the same thing?
Well, the same kind of subject, not so. Yeah, like fiends in general.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
it's about devils, the lower planes of existence.
So the ones in other languages are more like about
Specialist, yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah, about more specialist, yeah. There's some in a language none of you can understand unless you speak Infernal. Which I'm feeling is no.
I think I would have had
You would
Infernal,
have, but
because I was
reasons.
celestial- yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
These-
right. Yeah.
These were confiscated and recaptured at several points by the Church of Eristil and hidden here. It's hardly an assuming area. They broke the subject of fiends, fiendish gods, the lower planes of existence, or, well, if what you thought Kaya Drag was fiendish in any way, should be able to find information on them here.
Can I look through the books I have to see?
I'm
if
just gonna
there's-
pick up a few at random in Abyssal.
Yeah,
will
if
start
there's
looking
anything
through the
that
books in
is
common.
used.
Okay, let me roll some dice.
Mm-mm. We're all just reading books.
Yeah. Okay. Lockhart, you pick up. You going naturally towards the ones in Abyssal. You pick up a book on demonology, demon summoning, and a separate one, a book on the Four Horsemen.
Hang on, let me just write this down.
The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, yes,
Yes.
and their harbingers. They're sort of a.
Yes, sorry.
Who else is going for a?
I'm going for one of the couple of the common books.
Okay.
Books in common, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, Muzz, you pick up a sort of a this deep set leather tome of this book on a this book mostly on the realm of Abaddon.
I'll take book.
Abaddon, you say?
Abaddon, yes.
You mean Abaddon?
I
Abaddon,
might be about
Abaddon.
Abaddon. It's 2Ds. It's 2Ds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Hebrew.
Abaddon.
Oh, Abaddon, okay.
Yes. You
This
gonna
book
pick
is
some
now
up,
about-
Jack?
Yes.
Is this book now in my possession
Yeah.
as well?
Yeah. I don't. Mac just let's say if you could leave these here, that would be well. I've been tasked with protecting them, and well,
Understood.
Well, is it
Yes.
okay if we just sit here for a bit?
of
and-
course, yes, that would be quite all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You gonna pick up some, Jack?
Yes.
You find another book, like mostly like on the subject of sort of I get on a daemons. These and again on the realm of Abaddon, not Abaddon, Abaddon.
Abdomen?
Who else is going for books?
Well, Varric will actually ask Mac's opinion that what might help the most in finding the information. Start to describe the setting on top of the keep, the skeletons on the corners and all that.
None of the. This doesn't bring anything to mind, and I'm well versed in all these books. There's You mentioned, well, that creature that thing you saw. In that vision, I believe is a Caesurial, the horseman of war. If I were to start anywhere, I'd suggest researching Abaddon, the sort of daemons, the horsemen, anything on that sort of thing. If I had to pick at something.
Okay, thank you.
And then you're going for a book as well?
Hell yeah.
Okay, let me see. There's only one left. You will pick up this sort of less of a book, more like this collection of sort of pages, like roughly bound together. Like on the front, there's titled "Book of the Damned, Book 3, The Horseman of the Apocalypse."
Yay.
Part 3.
Just we've got to go visit the library.
And if Ashton was there, he'd shit himself for me just saying that. But oh well.
What? My book?
Don't worry about it, it's fine. So you guys are going to start. So.
Yay.
We'll go for most of the ones I can remember first. There's a Power. Make me a knowledge, either Arcana or Religion with advantage, or Investigation.
$18 Arcana.
Okay, reading through, you start learning of the four horsemen, each of their own descriptions, and what they do, how they operate, which is very chilling reading, to be honest. About all the horrible shit these things do. Basically, their main role in existence is to wipe out all life, and they survive by devouring the souls of anyone, really. What you hear in particular to Caesuriel, the Horseman of War, she was a scholars believe that she was originally a human paladin that fell from grace, basically broke their oath, and was then killed in battle by someone they know not who. Before she, became in death became a daemon, and eventually transcended to becoming
Have we seen a vision for you book?
History, yes. And although you find no reference to any rituals involving swords or eclipses or anything, no.
So,
Okay.
nice bedtime reading.
I wouldn't suggest that at all. This shit is nightmare fuel.
Yeah, I might point that out to the group that I found something about this Angel of Death, and that Angel of War, whatever, Demon of War.
Angel of Desolation is her official title, but
And the fact that we seem to have seen this event that's referenced about her falling to someone and then perhaps falling to her damnation, as you might. I don't. Yeah.
If you saw that would certainly reignite a lot of debate among scholarly circles. But do you find anything at all on this creature you faced at the top about this ritual?
No, there's nothing about a ritual per se.
Right. Graz, you got that. Remind me what book you got. the vague topic of the book you got, because I have to track through several of these.
Tomon Realms of Abaddon.
Yeah, you read about the maybe yeah, again, an Arcana, religion, or investigation check with advantage.
Arcana, religion, or investigation?
Yeah.
It's all the same, isn't it? Yeah, it
Mhm.
is. Okay, I'm gonna try Arcana then. With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage because you have research material with you.
Oh my god.
You're not really clued into magic, or it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You're not entirely sure what a plane is.
Oh, pretty pictures.
Well, they're not pretty. They are anything but pretty.
But
What
they
you
are
get
ninjas.
What you get is this place sounds like a shithole, to be honest.
Wow.
It's like a lot about like rivers of ash and just frozen lakes of corpses and just
Okay, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say, do I recognize any of the pictures in the book that I can point out?
Not really. No, it's just more general.
Well, rats.
Looks like hell. Well, no, hell is somewhere else, but
Yeah.
That's the best part about RPGs. Hell is a very real place. Then it was for Menor. Remind me what book you got?
I did not write it down.
Hmm.
And I wrote that. Well, I wrote down that everybody got a book. I just didn't know specifically if we needed to write it down.
Trying to track back in my memory. There was the. I should have wrote this down too. I would just say Foxy. Did you remember yours or?
Yeah, so mine was Demonology and Demon Summoning and
Okay.
Book of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Okay, so you're gonna read one before the other, or? Well, obviously, but which one are you gonna read first?
Can I read Demonology first? Because it sounds
Okay, while you're reading it, make me an investigation, Arcana, or religion check.
One sec, I need to just do this. And then. See, intelligence or arcana?
Arcana, religion, or investigation, with advantage.
With advantage. How do you advantage?
Just roll normally.
Just roll normally. And I'll take. Thank God for that advantage. Reading through about demonology and demon summoning, you get a bit more in depth into the knowledge of how to summon demons than you really want to, but But again, you find no reference to the creature that was summoned there, and to the creature that was summoned there. It doesn't seem like any kind of demon in this book, and again, the ritual bears little resemblance to anything described in the book. I'm gonna say it's going to carry over for the other one as well, because for brevity's sake, shall we say?
Aww. I might be smarter in the other one.
I mean, you can be one smarter mathematically. However,
Fine.
yeah, you again read through about the horsemen, their appearances and their aspects, and at risk of repeating what I said to someone previously, it's a lot. You learn about what each of them look like, how each of them act, and their individual sort of behavioral stuff, and their like generally accepted aims. We even start reading about the weaker daemon lords, the harbingers, but again, you read through most of them, and still nothing really resembles this in any way.
Okay.
Now I desperately try to remember which book Femeno got.
There's only one left, isn't there?
It was about demons in general, I think.
I remember something about daemons. I don't know.
Yeah, daemons. Yeah, you. Let me again. What? Yeah, you just said investigation, religion, or arcana check.
Oh my.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, reading up on these sort of creatures, you begin to read about daemons. They sort of they're separate entity to devils or demons, but somewhat related. And you start reading about about daemon binding, their way of accepting payment for things through the acceptance of through the trading of souls. And yeah, it's but much to the same result as Foxy, you don't. There's a lock even. You don't really. Doesn't really sound like anything that was attempted on that at the fort.
Hmm.
I
Was
think
that a
yeah.
question?
Hmm. No, it was just. I was just
Oh,
saying.
you asked you something, and I was like, "Did you what?" Okay, no, it's fine. Hmm.
It's been a few hours by now because you've been reading through these quite it's like reading the Silmarillion. It's like it's very hard to do and it takes a while and it's all but worse because it's about really fucked up shit.
Okay. You telling me it wasn't fucked up when Sam had to say goodbye to Bill because that shit made me cry.
Different brand of fucked up. More like nightmare inducing than So what are you guys gonna do now?
I
Where's
always
she?
learned some shit.
It's
What's
been a
the
few
time?
hours. It's well, you left at about the morning, about like 8-9 o'clock, noon by now. Maybe a little late because you spent a fair few hours just reading through these books.
I would try to take the opportunity to find my tankard. It's only about an hour's away.
Well, we're
That's
not getting
true.
much done here. You see Max also reading through a book of his own. I assume you guys have also found nothing of much use or relation to this thing.
I have not.
Only what I've already told you.
Yes.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Is there anywhere else we can look?
Not nearby.
Should we summon a demon to help us?
His eyes
maybe
just
not.
widen.
I'm kidding, don't worry. It's a joke
just
from where I come
gives
from.
you.
Don't worry.
It just gives you a weird look.
I'm sure that there are libraries at Blaystad and that might have the information.
Are we still inside or did we leave?
You're still inside.
Okay.
Well, I assume yeah.
Yeah, I want to step outside and wait for the rest of the party to assemble.
Party assemble.
When you look an Avenger style like round shot.
That's more or less. Like,
tense music and then dog hiccups.
right, when everybody's outside, I just turn around and say, "There is one more thing in the letter I received.
Oh,
A friend of mine may have more information about what we've encountered."
then should we go to your friend then?
Is your friend trustworthy?
I trust him with my life, and he trusts
mean much
me
to me,
with
but
his
okay.
life. If you've been in battle, that is the only thing you can trust on.
Trust on alcohol.
I was away with the fairies, as they say. Is he coming here?
No, he is still in service.
What did you
Guns.
say?
He is still in service.
No, before that, the point that the thing you said.
I said that he may have information for us about what
Oh.
we have encountered.
Sorry, but you didn't tell us what. That's why I thought I'd missed like an important.
Because I don't know what. He did not trust it to paper because of
Oh.
the military intelligence.
Oh, is he going to meet us? Should we meet him? Is this
We
why
should
we go
we should
east?
head east. Yes.
Okay, I see. Okay.
I can leave my tankard behind. I think this is more important.
Again, I don't think we should move anywhere today.
I agree on that, but if it's only an hour away. I would like to go look for it.
What time is it at the moment?
I'm
DM?
getting
About
mixed
midday,
messages from you right
midday.
now, man.
Hmm?
I'm getting mixed messages. Do you want to go get the tanket or not?
I do. If we are not moving east today, we can move west.
I don't think we move anywhere today. Later, I would like to attunement with this cobra staff. It looks cool.
You can certainly do that.
Yes, I can.
With the what?
The cobra staff. Was it
Oh,
no
right.
adder?
Ah,
Adder staff.
yeah, adder
Something
staff.
adder.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It turns into a snake.
Mm-hmm.
Turns into a snake.
You can do a Moses, only you kill people with it.
Snake is snake.
You're playing with the big boys now.
So I can become a mastiff. I know they're quite good at. Well, I could become anything that has keen hearing and smell. But
So, dire wolf or a mastiff sounds
yeah,
like the
or
most useful.
just a normal wolf is also fine. Honestly, it's kind of up to you guys. I'm learning this shit. It's new.
I say we head west first, and once we find the point where we moved north. Otherwise, you may not be able to keep your form.
True. And while we
But I
have
was
the
going to use this work to check on my notes.
assuming that there is no more evil at the crypt, we could also quickly check if we can find any more clues. We're not gonna
If
have
we are
to.
there.
We can
Bro.
split up and look for clues.
Yeah, that goes great for every adventuring party.
Zoinks.
Sounds like a plan.
Ragu.
Right?
Why are you so good at that?
That is disturbing.
It's dogs in general.
It's because his soulmate is probably like a dog or something.
He's actually just 3 pugs in a trench coat.
Why pugs? Is it? Are you?
Because Labradors would be way too big.
Just a massive human.
What is this? A crossover?
Well, massive
episode?
3 dog.
Most ambitious crossover in history.
But yes, while we are at the crypt, we could easily at least try to look for any clues.
Yes. Let's go to the crypt.
Okay. Varric, it is your token again. Show us where we be. We got to like here. We kind of went from the north, then we went right up to the tree line, and then we
Yeah.
followed the tree line down.
Yes.
Yeah, you notice that the mist is a lot less pervasive now. It's still a bit misty, but it's like dying down a lot. You've still got pretty good vision overall.
Nice.
Just a little hazy almost.
Can I see the small incline?
They're gonna have to be a lot more specific. There's a lot of inclines.
I mean, it was a slight
Yeah,
incline.
you see in the distance this
I thought it was a
tall.
decline.
No, it was an incline. That wouldn't have.
It went up.
But
Have you ever
But
played
you
golf
tripped.
with her? He fell off
I
it.
know.
He
But
fell
you
up
tripped
it.
and the tank
Yeah.
tanked.
I tripped because I didn't see it when going up, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, if like through the mist, you think you see this tall guy about 6 foot and a half ish, just slamming this golf club into the ground, shouting in Dutch. You think? You don't see that. However funny that would be.
Aw.
No, I couldn't get the rights, unfortunately.
Do we
But yeah,
see
you're gonna-
any tracks of ours?
Make me a perception or survival check with disadvantage because it's been a while.
I think I'll do the survival, although I'm a little bit worse on that, but I think that... Okay, I don't see anything.
I will try a perception check just because.
Maverick, you find a set of tracks.
A set of.
Are they perhaps in the direction that we just came from?
You can't remember.
I will do a perception check. Well then.
Well,
Yeah,
just
gross. You notice that a Varric He's looking at a set of deer tracks. Oh my god.
What the hell was that?
That noise is gonna haunt my soul now.
I'm so sorry, I forgot my microphone's next to my mouth and it's not my snowball.
That's what I imagine looking into the void sounds like. But yeah, well, do you think you find a set of tracks that looks quite similar to yours, you know?
I will keep following those then. There's
Yeah.
gotta be some imprint where I fell.
You eventually come to a minor incline, which you vaguely remember.
No, I think this is the place.
Okay, well, we could have a quick look with our own eyes. If
Yes.
we cannot find it, I can help. Do we just roll perception? What do you
Yep.
want for- Okay.
Okay, let's try that again.
Okay, so the best.
No longer at disadvantage because you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually searching thoroughly, not just, you know, looking out into the mist.
16 though.
Okay, no, you have a general look around. Don't find too much. Gruz, you find the implant where you fell over, and can see the little I can see just like, you know, the marks in the terrain going down the hill of what looks like something impacting on the ground.
I will follow those marks down.
Okay,
Can I find something glinting?
perception check.
Oh god, he's gonna kill me with these perception checks, I swear.
Perception checks won't kill you. What's hiding will kill you.
Yeah, exactly.
Perception checks got nothing to
for
do
fuck's
with it.
sake.
Should we do another perception check? If
If you've caught on that Gruz knows what he's at least thinks he knows what he's doing, then you can just go with him.
I have no idea. I'm just gonna further ride.
Just standing in the mist saying, "Oh, this is interesting."
10.
Oh no, this is very interesting. I like it.
You're not actually helping. You're just standing around looking.
He's just looking into the distance.
Possibly standing
Oh,
with his
this
foot.
is very nice.
I'm being a lookout. It's all good.
You're
It's
more
all
looking at
good
the
in the hood.
You're more looking at the scenery than actually doing anything useful.
Don't worry about it.
You look around and you lose the trail of these faint like imprints and impact marks. You get the feeling that it was losing speed almost as it was going down the hill.
I can't see it. I can't find it. Where is it?
Have we looked? Are we looking at the bottom, right? Where it
Yeah.
rolled off?
We're looking where it slowed down, yes.
Okay, I will.
Are there any birds nearby?
Like,
You can hear a vaguish bird song.
Is there a magpie in nearby?
How fucking big are the magpies when you're from? They can lift a full metal tankard and just fuck off with it. Is this some kind of Monty
I
Python?
mean, this is D&D. It could be happening.
Is this some kind of like Monty Python two swallow bullshit?
Yes.
No. You hear bird song.
okay. Off we go. Just turning into a mastiff.
Okay.
Let me sniff out some. Well, I guess okay. Do
You
you,
probably have.
how much will RP help me? Right? Because I know I get
That
advantage
depends on the skill of the RP.
on wisdom and perception checks, but I'm telling you, as someone who knows a little bit, and by a little bit I mean I've watched things that have dogs in them, that if I were to smell Gruz or his pack, then
That would help, yes.
that would help me.
Yes.
Yes.
I will. I will lean over and let the mastiff smell my pack, because I've washed after this mess.
Why don't you just take the pack off?
That's what I'm doing.
Right, I'm just gonna skip over the other alternative meanings of pack, but we'll ignore that for the minute.
Thank you.
If I said for the minute.
Okay.
So yeah, perception check with advantage, and probably a bonus.
Okay, Oh my
Oh,
god!
shit.
Double natty 20! The game knows! The game knows!
You know the dogging up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just take a sniff of Gruz's pack. It's encrusted with grime and alcohol and blood, and instantly you can just smell something about 50 meters behind you. And you just point to it and run off. The
I'm
instinct's
gonna-
taking over.
I was gonna follow like crazy. Like, what is it? She clearly found something.
Yeah. And about 50 meters down, down the slight incline, there's what looks like that you find the cup in the hands of this very quickly decaying skeleton.
This is odd. I will take the tankard from the skeleton.
It's as you take it, the hands just collapses into just pieces.
I
Does the
have my
dog not
tankard
want
back.
any?
Give the give the skeleton a little sniff.
It smells pretty dead, if you had to guess. Of decay, general, dead people stuff.
I cannot resist but pat the mastiff on the head and crawl and English words.
English.
Pat it on the head.
Do we even know if we shout us Schmeigel?
Stop.
Wait.
Like give a little scratch behind the ears. As a thank you.
The dog is gonna go away from your touch. Growl, and then turn back into Nana, who's going to say, "You do realize I'm not actually an animal."
I am sorry, but I am overjoyed right now. I may not show it, but I am.
You're welcome, but I must have.
Just to remind you, this dog had it was covered in backpacks and shit,
Oh,
and had
yeah.
antlers.
Oh yeah, that as well.
What kind
Yeah.
of fucking dogs do you have where you're from? There's some weird there's some weird fucking kind of.
You don't know what
Like-
it's like in the Netherlands.
No, I don't. Admittedly,
you
I
don't
don't.
know that.
I mean, I've seen dogs with backpacks, so yes.
I've seen dogs.
What about horns?
That's another story. But I mean, they disappear once you change, right?
Necessarily.
Hmm.
Well, I've been making jokes about how clothesline people with the antlers in a wild shape, so
What?
Alright, are we done here or
We are now.
Should we still take a peek in the crypt still?
That is not a
Yeah.
bad idea.
As we want to do.
fuck it, I've observed enough of the forest. I'll lead this time.
you can find the crypt pretty easily now that the mist has fucked off.
I missed.
I missed the
Who
mist.
missed you?
Ha! Too slow. Anyway. But yeah, you can you again trek up to the doors of this cathedral. Still in, ruin. Being itself a ruin.
Can we see anything now that we didn't see before?
Maybe perception checks. I'll say, or perception or investigation.
Ouch.
I'll do one as well.
Nice stonework. So you can read.
Ah.
Hang on, I can do this now. I can always do it, but
Aha.
Oh yeah.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Maps I made. So it's just looking around. You don't really seem to find much more than you did before. It's take more. You start reading the Pharasman
Do we-
inscriptions. It's
Did we ever figure out what these are bodies of?
mostly human or more like humans, elves, a big mix. There's a lot of lizard folk, notably. The odd ogre and troll, it's a big mixture. There's also a lot of, corpses just too mangled to really, tell apart what they once were.
Is
Just the
the
inscription say anything else?
Seems to be mostly prayers and like religious doctrine of Pharasma, like about striking down the undead wherever they may rear their head, and keep making sure the cycle of life and death continues and the river of souls remains unimpeded.
Just the usual.
Just usual.
Is the way
They're
downstairs?
they're not a very fun church, the Church of Pharasma. They don't hold great parties.
Oh, I've noticed that.
Is the way downstairs open?
Still open as you left it.
Okay, does Varric remember that on the room that was from the stairs on the right hand side, was there any books or anything like that there?
Not any books, as there's more wall inscriptions, but you remember that you couldn't read. None of you could read them, as there was a language none of you recognised.
I see.
We have seen some symbols. Maybe we'll recognize some symbolism. If we have seen some symbols, maybe we recognize symbolism down there.
Is there any symbols resembling an eye?
None that you can find. It's now that you've know more, you begin to sort of recognize some of the there's illustrated in the scripture, not hieroglyphics, but artistry of battles. You think you recognize the They seem a lot more familiar after after the key. There's a lot more images of this armored lizard folk character appearing a lot, which seems familiar to you almost. It's almost it's this strange feeling of familiarity. You can't quite place.
You said lizard, right?
Yeah, lizard folk.
I feel like one of us should remember something, but it's definitely not me.
Oh wait, me and Nano spoke to them, didn't we?
Yeah, we couldn't.
So can we do a perception check about remembering? Or do
That's
we...
more of a general wisdom check.
Okay, give me a second.
Actually, no. Well, it depends. If you're just remembering something that you remember, but if you're trying to reach back and ask me what you don't remember, that's that'd be a wisdom check. Okay, what are you trying to remember?
I remember that the lizard folk spoke to us about they seemed to know or think that they knew who the creature thing was that was being
That
brought
controlled the crows and the ravens, or the ravens.
Mm.
They knew the.
That's not who was being brought back though. That was someone else, no?
They're different.
The guy who's being brought back was like.
I'm out of shot again. Fuck's sake. Sorry. There, centered.
Nice. Good.
Close enough.
Good.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Power. They spoke of him as a Farak Cull. Which I'll type out in
Alright.
chat later. I'll just do it now, even. May as well.
Just do it.
Yeah, they spoke of him of a sort of mixture of awe and fear, almost like a yeah. And they mentioned him as extremely powerful and dangerous.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
So I don't think that what we learned from the lizard people is going to help us with this, because we still can't read the shit on the wall.
That is true.
So we can't we can't really glean any more information, I don't think. I think there's not much more that we can get from here. I think we should probably head back.
Funny. Actually, all of
No?
you trying to read the text, make me a general wisdom check.
That's just them, right?
It depends. Are you doing it
Okay,
too?
I did.
Well, I can try,
Okay.
but
I could try as
Ooh.
well.
I
Wis-
feel like I know something.
general wisdom.
Just
Hmm.
general wisdom check. Yeah, not a save or anything.
Well, nope. As usual,
Hmm.
kind of clueless.
Gruz, no, you're not. This still seems like
It's nonsense.
some language you don't get. Lockhart, you start really getting it. You get this sense of almost like familiarity. This like really weird sense you can't quite place, but you doesn't really like go anywhere from there.
Yeah.
Femeno and Varric, you just looking at the text for a minute, you just begin to start getting frustrated at how it's clearly you can't understand it at all. It makes no sense. Then almost the words seem to almost like change. Not quite. Some of the words seem to like change. Not quite. Is it?
No, we don't.
No. It's a.
No.
No. You You sort of like keep looking at it, and you begin to almost the meaning start to just almost implant into you almost. Like you can't quite get the actual sort of meaning of them. You begin to get the overall intention and like the sort of, the vaguish meaning almost, if not the exact understanding. And speak mostly of this of this Farakul, and well, you can't get the exact meanings again. It's they speak vaguely about his about how he was turned by something, and how and how this madness overcame him, and how he was eventually put down by this great alliance of heroes and interred here. As you're sort of reading this, you notice the mark on the eye mark on your body begins to again very faintly glow a very incredibly faint blue, almost. But then again, as you look away from, you would probably notice this if you were paying attention, which you probably were.
Yeah.
Well, I said it now, so
Yeah.
Have all of that, or
Is it
just
The ones
only
on-
only Varric and Femena.
okay?
But then again, as you just look away from the text, it just again goes completely inert.
I should tell the party what I understood.
This is definitely linked to what we now all have.
Could it be that the powers that were given us when the battle seemed darkest were actually sort of a gift from the previous battle against this thing? If it was truly if Dracul was truly the thing that was trying to be resurrected up there.
Why would the thing that we are stopping give us power to stop?
No, it was maybe the spirits or some sort of blessing from the heroes that actually defeated it in the first place.
You think that the power that was keeping it locked away was helping to do this thing?
Possibly.
Could be. A
Would this be
remnant
the
of-
sign of the Great Alliance then?
And do you think that your friend knows more about this? Gruz?
He said he has a little bit of info that our party might be interested in. I do not know how much. He has not divulged that.
Okay.
And there is definitely paid work there while we go there.
Okay. Well,
In any case, it is a lead.
That's true.
we've learned some things here today, but I think now that it is time to go back
Yes.
and to prepare ourselves for if we're to take a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
We will need provisions
And get a good meal again.
and a good meal.
And a good drink.
Kazoo, what is your stance on provisions and all that?
As long as you're like, I assume that you're, sort of buying them as you go, as opposed to unless, and I won't be too,
I mean,
picky
we're not.
about it. As long as you don't fuck off for the desert for like, a long period of time.
Yeah,
Then,
okay. That makes
I'm
Man,
sense.
do you know
assuming that
how
you'll
much
just-
bread I've got stored?
Not
You know
enough.
where the bread goes out incredibly quickly. It's a
All I
terrible.
need
It's
is
a
a day.
It'll go stale at some point, I guess.
Then I'll go mouldy, and there'll be new life going off, and it'll be terrible.
And I
Then
will
we'll-
raise this new life as my own.
And
What
then
are you,
it will
God?
run
Or-
away.
Or you just make alcohol out of it.
Or cheese.
Oh, jeez. Oh god. Okay. Right, I guess it's time to head back to Glassfeld then.
Mhm.
Well,
Well, the time
maybe-
You again arrive around sort of around the sort of start of the evening. You spend a fair amount of time searching through the temple and searching for Gruz's tankard.
which I will have to add to my list again, but we'll do that
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, it's the tavern's back, still offering you free food and board, and drink.
I'll fill up on food,
Yes.
and I will have a drink, but a nice one that I can enjoy.
I will request some provisions for the road.
I
So
will
please,
do
we
the
have
same.
them. And
Yeah, that-
also again ask for a messenger.
Hmm.
I will
Yeah,
add
you can certainly like get one. At this
Yes.
point, there's
I will scribble some extra sentences at the bottom of the note and make sure it gets sent off to the east.
okay. As soon as your message goes, you pay him about. Cost that'll be about 3 gold.
Very well.
Privatization, ain't it fun?
Huh.
I still have money. It's fine. It's worth it.
Okay. So you're just going to spend the night again drinking and eating in the tavern, or?
Yes, I
Pretty much.
suppose.
I would like to spend a short rest attuning with
You've already done that.
It says I have to do like a short rest of just sort of sitting there, and
Haven't you already attuned though?
I haven't had a chance.
I'm pretty sure you did last night though.
I said I needed to,
Oh,
Good,
that doesn't
said that
matter
you
but
anyway.
I was asleep.
Well, you've done it now, so it's fine.
Okay, cool.
I think I'll ask for some provisions as well, just before.
Yeah, they're fine to load you up on provisions. The town's very grateful for you, and they're kind of trying to show it any way they can. Mostly for food and alcohol, to be honest. The best ways.
So a few days worth of ration.
It's about, Gruz, you would know this. It's about a week's travel to a about a week's travel to a little more than a week, like 8 or 9 days on foot to the Ring of Iron.
Bring for 10 days.
Okay.
Expect the unexpected. Make
Fair
it
enough.
2 weeks.
Make it a month.
No.
Oh no.
Give it 200.
Fuck
Oh,
it, just
yeah.
bring a cow.
Is that the same amount of money then for that much provisions?
Well, they're not really charging you.
Oh. Nice.
Might be the last time, but hey.
As you're sort of coming, going into a sort of stocking up on provisions. Mac comes through the door.
Oh, hey, Deb.
Hey, Mac, how you doing?
Greetings.
Hello.
Evening.
I've got some bad news.
What
You
is
died.
it?
The Imperial Bursary came through with the funds to rebuild the town, stock us back up, and get us back on our feet.
That doesn't sound like bad news.
And for us, it's fantastic. For you, not so much. They made no provision in the budget for your services. As
Oh,
some,
I think that as
that's
soon
nice.
as
To save the fucking town, I don't give a shit.
I think as soon as we found out that the town was ravished by these, well, terrible people, I'm not sure any of us expected. that the
I
money would-
know, but the Empire has rules in place to pay mercenaries and adventurers, and it's, well, not a good sign that they're being voided almost, even in a time like this.
I'm too drunk to care.
Who do we go to
How?
discuss this?
No
How?
one local.
Oh, okay. We
Fight
have
them.
to go ourselves. I thought maybe we could let you deal with it, and we could come back through perhaps later and pick it up. But it's okay, we can.
Well, we'll see. However, there is some good news in this. If we can't pay you in a, well, just come outside and see.
Okay.
I will step outside.
Let's go outside.
Oh boy.
Okay, give me a sec. Un momento.
Por favor.
Por favor.
I just went to arts and visuals, and the first thing I see is the fucking steak.
Fuck, it's not a fucking steak! Fuck off! You're wrong!
You're right. It's
But I mean,
not.
Oh,
I'm
hang
not
on.
low, am I?
It is. I mean, honestly, that's what I thought it was for the whole fight, and I was confused, but also kind of tired. So I was like, I guess we're fighting like Steak Man.
That's the steak man, but he's got like a universe inside him. Planets and shit.
You go outside.
Alright.
And sort of standing in out front of the tavern is this short gnomish gentleman with this quite extravagant moustache going straight out, this quite long beard going out to his waist, and tied in a belt around his stomach, and even his eyebrows jut off into different directions. He's a interesting looking gentleman, and he seems to be wearing this merchant clothing. Well, it seems to be rather beaten up and damaged, we'll say. And in his hand, he's holding the reins to two horses and this large cart.
Oh,
Well, that will make things easier.
does it hold all 5 of us?
Looking at it, it's a very large car. You could hold at least 10 people. It looks to be like a semi-converted cargo cart.
This makes travel a lot easier.
If it's ours.
Yeah. He steps forward. This gnomish gentleman. Yes, I was yes. I'm normally a merchant from Estadin. I like to travel around the Empire, but well, with all that's happened recently, and with circumstances meaning my business will have to take a hold for the while, and I should stay here. I'd like to give this to you. I heard about how the Empire Imperial administration shafted you, so to speak. So consider this a thank you from all of us. Just well.
Thank you so much. Here, have a piece of bread.
Well, thank you. He eats it happily.
Ah, finally! Thank you so much. I'm gonna give him a hug.
He happily returns it.
Yes! I like this guy.
He's found his first friend. Okay. Thank you so much for this gracious gift.
Yes, it's quite all right. You saved us all. It's the least we could do.
You will save us much time on our journeys and also much discomfort.
Oh, glad to hear it.
Indeed.
Anyway, I have business to attend to. Good luck on the road. And he just sort of walks off.
I will see the. I will check the horses to see how good they are.
Make me either animal handling or just
Oh,
or a medicine check.
my dude. I will do an animal. I will do the animal.
I'll do the animal
24.
handling.
Is it 1 or 2 people?
I like the animals.
I can do the animal handling.
Can I?
Do it
I
now.
will handle the animals.
What was the other one? Animal
Animal handling or heal or medicine.
or? Oh, Mazari done it. Never mind.
Okay, I don't know. You look over these horses; they seem, they seem like very healthy and quite strong. Seem quite receptive, Graz, you weren't in the cavalry. These horses seem,
We'll see.
not dead.
Oh, good, they're not dead. Great.
You're like, that's alive.
It breathes.
You're not really an expert, to say the least.
True. If I sit on it, I'll still touch.
Yeah,
my feet to
there,
the ground,
there
so-
weren't a lot of there's barely any cavalry in the dwarven army, so you
Mhm.
had lived experience with dealing with them, and
It's a pony army.
yeah, I don't really do cavalry.
Don't tell the dwarf.
Yeah, they seem healthy, quite strong.
I want to see what's actually inside the rest of the thing, because we got a wagon, right?
Yeah, it's this it's this sort of large wagon, like a cargo wagon that looks like it had these benches installed in the back. Of course, at the front there's sort of 2 seats for someone to to sort of control the horses and another to sit beside them. You reckon like in total you could fit about a good 10 people on there for it being a bit cramped. We can certainly get all of you on and all your with absolutely no trouble.
Nice.
Yeah.
Big ass wagon.
There's cargo compartments along the side. It's quite a nice wagon.
Nice.
So where are we dropping, boys?
Get out. Get out.
Where are we taking this wagon?
East to the Ring of Iron.
Ring of Iron.
Should we leave on the morning?
Ah, sorry.
Yes, I say we should.
leave with the Dawn.
At dawn, we leave. So you're gonna spend one last night in the Great Bear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still quite a quiet night. I'm gonna turn off the foreboding music now. We can get the
Yes, please.
Nothingness.
It's not quite
sweet
as-
nothingness.
We're
Hey.
going on a journey.
But yeah, this is your last opportunity to take advantage of the generosity of the townspeople. Do you want to do it?
Do
I'm
it.
in. More
Okay.
bread?
Are you? What are you asking?
I am.
Do you want free food and alcohol?
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am slamming my tankard on the.
Yeah, wait,
On
can
the
we bring an
table.
entire barrel with
this.
us?
That's what I
Can we
thought. You
bring, like,
meant.
entire barrel
maybe
of
we
meat?
could take like some stuff. We could ask for some things to take with us.
Well, you've already been living off them for about a week and been given a shit ton of free food. Alcohol, definitely.
I want this tankard filled with meat now.
You mean the barrel?
Well,
Yeah, we'll take an entire
it's-
barrel with us.
Okay, yeah.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
they,
be a.
they can sort you a barrel of
Not
meat.
one of
Like,
the
There we
barrels with the dragons.
Yeah.
Never again. You're not allowed to
I'll
touch
guard
it.
the barrel.
wait, which barrel are you asking for? Just general ale or that thing which Mena had?
I'll
I'm
just
saying
stick
no,
a
he's
barrel
not
of
allowed
meat.
it. He's not allowed this.
I might
anymore.
not drink it, but it could be super useful because if it's that strong.
Ah, yes, you'll not
It's a
have to deal with
WMD,
it.
actually.
It is basically
Poison.
gonna blow up.
Yeah, we could totally use that.
Oh, using
Possibly
fine,
go wrong.
like fine
Let's
alcohol
get
as
the really
explosive.
strong shit.
Please no.
A barrel of meat will do. Thank you.
Oh,
They can
fine.
certainly get you a barrel of meat for free as a
Yeah.
We'll store
Yeah.
that in the cart.
yeah. Graz, the barkeep brings you down to the cellar to ask you to pick one out, and it's a very expansive down here. It's like you've been in your fair share of taverns, but these guys got reserves.
I mean, it's clear why he brought me down and not Tamanor. I will pick a barrel I can carry, but
You can,
only
yeah,
barely.
you can easily, not pretty easily. You can carry a barrel over your shoulder.
Yes.
Like it's a big. This is gonna do you well for a while, unless
Tamara gets his hands on it.
Yeah. Then it will last you significantly less long.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah,
make
you'll-
sure that barrel is in my bedroom tonight, and my bedroom will be locked
Well,
from
yeah.
the inside.
Yeah.
He says,
No.
thinking I can't get through.
You
I
probably
mean, I don't think that's a challenge at all.
not for you, no.
But I don't have invested interest in that barrel.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to start drinking now, they can certainly furnish you with that.
As I said, I slammed my tankard on the bar, and I wanted it filled. I
Yeah,
have
you can get
finally
it filled.
returned. It
Yeah,
is
I think I
finally
want a glass
returned.
of ale before we leave.
I'm fine with it.
Glass of ale.
No, glass. The actual glass. Not a cup.
Do they have glass?
That's a
Probably
question.
not.
Fine. A plastic of ale.
They won't have plastic either. You can have a
Hasn't been
brass
invented yet.
tankard. That's it. And it shouldn't be. We should try and not let it be invented because honestly, fuck plastic.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
But all the demon cults, it's totally fine. At least they're environmental. Well, they're not environmental.
Just give me a fucking drink. I don't care
Alright.
what comes in.
Hey, hand to this tankard of ale. Anyone who's drinking, Constitution save, please.
I mean, we can't have anything that's not alcohol. Can we? Water's dirty.
I'm having lemonade.
Or are we?
I'm having fun.
I don't think you can get there's a lemon. I don't think people don't know around here know what a lemon is.
Berry-nade. They
They
have
can-
fucking gooseberries. Gooseberry-nade.
They can get you like a mixed fruit cider, like an off-brand Koppelberg.
Yeah, right. I love that. They're
Yeah,
weak as
okay, yeah, I'll
fucky
have
do.
that, actually.
I know. I'm pretty sure you get more sober if you drink them.
Uh-huh. Do you still want us to do con save just for funsies?
Well, it's a bit more to make sure you don't get a natural one.
I didn't.
Okay, Gruz, yeah, you feel yourself sobering up as you drink this. Completely fine. For Menor, yeah, you're fine.
Let's not forget.
Lockhart again, nothing. It just has very little effect.
I just...
No, you don't know if it's the exertions of the day or turning into a wild you've had some kind of effect on your tolerance, but you feel you're not like drunk, you're not getting drunk or even tipsy, but you feel like this is having way more effect than it should. Varric,
So
you're
we'll
getting-
leave it.
Varric, you're also getting a weirdly tipsy. You don't know if it's just all the stresses of everything combined, but
It's fine.
this is fine.
At least we don't have to walk tomorrow.
I just do not let go of my tankard for the whole evening.
I will go and check on the horses before I go to bed.
They seem to be fine,
I think I'm gonna go to bed and lock my
And
fucking
just
door.
Spend some time with them. Just, letting them know me.
Oh, I feel that might be banned on Twitch.
Why? She's a druid.
Come on, continue.
yes.
I'm letting the horses recognize my smell so that I can be friends with them. And they don't freak out when
You can speak
we-
to animals.
Yeah, I know I can, but also you don't have to always, you can speak just through the medium of
Rolls.
I'm trying not for it to come out wrong, even though the words I'm saying aren't bad. It's just that
I know.
y'all
I'm
have
just
dirty
taking.
minds.
I'm just taking cheap shots, and I
You
regret.
are,
And I regret nothing in the situation.
but I can absolutely use speak with animals as a freaking ritual
So-
and not even
But
or a
Gruz,
house law. It doesn't matter.
are you gonna keep drinking, Gruz?
I'm just gonna keep tanking, yes.
Make me 3 more con saves.
Oh boy. Right. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3.
You're getting a bit tipsy about by round 5 or 6. It's
That's
getting
normal.
there.
That's
You've been knocking them back with ease. The tavern is quite impressed by this.
I got my tankard back, man.
Just
I'm a,
there's
I'm
just
a
this
happy
pile
half-orc.
of tankards just piling up, but
I mean, I'm just pouring those tankards into mine, and then
Yeah, exactly. That's why they're piling up so quick.
Yep. Small tankards. Big
Yeah.
guy.
I assume the rest of you are going to bed?
Yep.
Eventually.
When I feel properly drunk, I will stumble up.
Door's
to bed.
fucking locked this time.
Can I
Fuck
unlock the door? Can I unlock the door?
Do you? As you don't have any thieves' tools, I don't. You can try, but it was going to be very hard.
But whose door are you gonna try to unlock?
The Nennos,
Okay.
obviously.
Oh, because
Make
he's
me
snoring. I get it.
Give me a sleight of hand check with disadvantage to try and get his door open.
Damn it.
No,
14
you're just.
disadvantage is not awful.
Yeah, but you do realize she's basically trying to open a door with basically like improvised knives and shit.
Like a butter knife, just like.
Yeah, like a hairpin or whatever.
Can I hear somebody trying to get in?
You probably can. I mean,
Depends on how much you smoked, really. Drink. Oops.
Have too much this time.
Sorry, flashbacks.
Haven't found the pipe weed just yet.
I shouldn't have that.
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
kinda,
slam-
like,
I'm gonna
walk
hit my
past
hand on
my
the
way
door
to
a few
bed
times.
and kind of like.
I've already left the door. I walked
You can't-
speedily.
Oh. Okay, so you guys going to bed?
Yes.
Yeah.
After brief misadventures in trying to unlock your friend's doors.
I just wanted to get him some water, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Given that you
Yeah.
pissed in his room the last time you went there, I don't think that's a good.
Yeah, I broke your fucking nose. You don't want that to happen again.
Alright, the dawn comes. Because you're fine. No one's really hungover. As long as you really drank more than you could like handle. Or you're either, just too con to actually give a shit. In some people's cases, no names. Gruz.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time are you guys wanting to wake up?
About 8,
As
I guess.
literally the dawn. As soon as
Yeah,
the
around
sun-
dawn.
Okay, it's about waking up about like 6, 7.
Okay.
Is this
I'll
during
wait-
Yeah, no
summertime?
daylight savings. That's yeah.
Yeah.
Daylight savings is not.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, it's
the dawn
autumn.
is when the dawn is.
Yeah, but it's autumn, so it's a bit later, I guess. But
It
yeah.
would be around 7, 8,
Well, yeah, but-
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the first like signs of light. I mean,
No, okay.
Like, the first signs of the sun creeping over the horizon,
I will load the barrel in the back of the cart.
and all your provisions. I assume you're not just going to leave.
And
them
all
in the
my
tavern.
provisions, and yes.
Okay.
So we have food.
Mm, yeah. About
Yeah, I
dawn.
think I'll eat breakfast, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Have one
yes.
last breakfast.
Feed on these
Get a,
people
get a
one
full
more time.
English. Get a full English. Well, it would be a full English. Full of Staden? I don't know.
Yeah, while we leave, Varric will wish good fortune for the innkeep.
A
Big
full
runs.
Astroa, maybe?
Well, Australia is more the continent. You don't say a full
Oh,
European.
it's a continent. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'll take up full Lisfit then.
Full European breakfast.
Europe doesn't exist. God, sound like fucking Axe Jones.
Full
Europe doesn't exist. It's a myth by the
Conspiracy.
Chinese.
continental breakfast.
Telling the fucking fog's gay. Oh, I want to watch that again on the remix. After your breakfast, you load the cart up.
Who will be leading the horses?
Me.
Okay. I will take point on the side.
Yeah, I'll just chill with the barrel.
I'll just stay inside and nap.
Well, there's not an interior. It's like it's open to the.
Oh.
By almost, I mean it is open to the weather completely.
Is it like the cart in Skyrim where you're...
Yeah, it's like the car in Sky, only nicer.
So when I said I was gonna have a chat with the horses yesterday, I probably should have specified. Are we friends?
Sure. What's that? Make me either animal handling or persuasion to make friends
Yeah.
with a horse.
25.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're pretty great. Your antlers are a bit
Okay.
weird, but you know.
So now we have 2 horses who will fight for us. Great.
Well, fight is a strong
What do you
word.
think?
I don't want them to fight for us.
Bye, dude.
Well,
Calm
is,
yourself.
is Ned just going to assemble an army?
An army of animals. Who can say? There's a bear
It's an
with
option.
some cubs that I think would help us if we
Mhm.
ever came back here. So,
If the revolution
can say?
comes. So, you're going to leave Glassfeld?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I'll just try to sleep in the cart.
Just put like a bit of cloak over your head.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna make sure my axe is sharp and keep an eye out on the road.
Okay. While we're doing that, I can show off this.
Oh,
Hey!
Yay! Now I've got how blurry it is until you fuck
It's
with
so
420.
pretty.
it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a second, but
Yeah.
we
Yeah. It's about with a horse and cart. It's gonna be about close to 7 or 8 days.
okay.
Where are we going? Which bit?
We're
Right.
here
Iron.
and we are going east.
Wait, I can't see. Oh my god, what's going on? Ah,
That
Yeah, that's where we're heading.
so wait, where? I missed it completely.
We are here.
Glassfeld, yeah.
We're going here.
No, we're going east. my
Sorry,
dear.
someone said Grimshire.
So Ring of Iron.
no one has ever said that word aloud. I would know because I made it
I
up.
just heard it.
You did. No.
I heard Ring of Iron, and in my head it turned into Grimshire.
Good job.
How?
Ring of Iron. Graham.
Have you been using this recently? No reason.
Have you seen
east
this?
and west, I struggle with.
Clearly, but
That's
fine.
admittedly an
Ring of
issue in
Iron.
cartography, yeah. But you begin your journey east to wherever the road may lead you. King, you can't have my Infinity War poster. Fuck you.
Aww.
That's alright. Just you can't have it. I had to walk through a fucking storm to get that thing. I'm not letting it go.
It's finally fixed to the wall as well.
Just fix the wall for months.
Yeah.
But yeah, you begin your journey east to a wherever the road may lead you. That's where we're going to end tonight's session, and I believe we'll be on break for a few weeks over the Christmas period.
Yes, we
For a
may
week.
or may not have a Christmas special in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
However, the story will continue in the new year